Well, well, well. What do you say? What do you do? Uh, I said in my quick little patio perspective, I had a doubt. I talked about this game a few months ago. Talked about it, you know. Um, but let's jump in the DeLorean for a second. Let's go back a few months. Let's go back a few minutes. Let's go back. I was told this team's going 12 and 0, and if you don't think they're going 12 and 0, then you're a hater and you're not a real Canes fan, and yada yada yada. Cool, cool, cool. Miami comes out. They do good the first 4 games. All right, looking good, looking good, looking good. Gave them credit. But we noticed something wasn't right. We noticed something wasn't right. You know, you get to what's up, everybody? Let me finish this because I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I can't. I gotta let it out. You know, come to the Louisville game. You know, and things continue to happen. Things continue to happen. Same thing we've been saying. But we were told. We were told. Oh no, wait a minute. Y'all should be happy. Should be happy that Miami is 5-1. You should be happy. What do y'all know? Y'all are all haters. Y'all aren't real Canes fans. Y'all just being negative. Okay. All right. All right. Get to Stanford. Oh, Miami came out and scored 35 points in the second half. Should be happy. They're 6-1. What are y'all talking about? Ground and pound. Ground and pound, brother. We're going to wear them down. You might want to do something besides running up the middle. It's kind of like Coach Yost said to Coach Boone. They own to you. Got to show them something they ain't seen before. You know. And then for some reason, this past week, well, let me back up. You know, we say a lot of things on this channel and have been. And usually when we say it, we're considered we are considered the bottom of the barrel. What do y'all know? Y'all don't know anything. You know, we're continuously told, y'all need to have faith in this team. This team still got a chance. Yeah. All right, cat daddies. Sure, if that's the stuff, propaganda you want to preach. You know, and for some reason this week, you know, last week on the Stanford post game, and you can go back at about the 22.5-minute mark. I talked about why would Miami continue to run up the middle? Because it had been baffling me for about a month. And lo and behold, now all of a sudden everybody starts seeing the light. Now everybody talks about how bad this offense is being directed. But we say that. Y'all just being haters. Y'all aren't true fans. But I'm just going to say, look, to all you fine folks that sat there during the summer, during the spring, talking all this propaganda BS that I've heard for a long time. I know. Y'all keep chopping it up. I'm about done. I need this moment. But as soon as some of us say, hold up, let's just take this one game at a time. Oh no, yeah. Where you at now? Because I said I had a doubt. So guess what? Miami is 6-2. How you feeling? No shot at the ACC championship. And hell, ain't no way they're going to make it in the playoffs. So right now, I guess the discussion needs to sway towards what bowl game is Miami going to? All right. All right. I had my fun. But I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm just like, I kind of figured it was coming. Did it post it? Oh, I gotta paste it. There it is. I know I've had a few cups, but I still remember how to copy and paste. And Cuban, make sure you got your sound right because we're not going through that again. But I will give a shout out to Miss Katie. Miss Katie has been calling this Mario crap out for. I don't know if you can hear me, Cuban, but I'm hearing myself. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I got you. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hang on, hold. You're not. You're not. You're not on, but I can hear myself. All right, I'm up. I'm gonna add you. Oh, anyway, I was talking to Cuban backstage, so don't think I was. What's up, E Brown, Keen Reezy, Christopher Clare? I'm gonna get to y'all, but E Brown, it's not about. Oops. There we go. I had to change things up. My apologies. Oh, uh-oh. Still doing it. Still
Still
doing it.
doing it. Who, me? I have nothing
Yeah,
going on in the background.
I can
I
hear
can hear
myself.
myself.
Hang on.
Hang on.
No,
No.
still doing
Still
it.
doing it. All right.
Anyway, all right, Alpaca.
Can I be heard?
Yes. Go ahead. How you feeling? Uh-oh. He left. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, how about that wall of mirror ball today? Oh. What's up, Shad? How you been, man? How you been? How you been, man? Good to have you here. Of course, Katie and Miss Ellen and E Brown, Keen Rizzy. Wow. We have got some people in here. Kane and Baton Rouge. What's up, dude? Oh, did I miss anybody? I think I saw QB. Yeah, QB was here. I was doing my thing. All right. We have South Coast Mexican. Can you talk to a South Coast Mexican? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Boy, I tell you, when things go south, I don't think the CCC wants us to talk because they know that we're about to get real crazy up in here. I need to hide that. Thank you. Anyway, so yeah, um, couple of things that I saw while these anybody who wants to come on can come on, but couple of things I did saw. Uh-oh, doing it again.
Am I the only person that's having issues?
I think
I
so.
think
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Oh wow.
I
All
don't
I
right.
know.
don't know.
Yeah. All right. I'll go on mute then.
All right, South Coast Mexican. I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let you talk.
South Coast Kane, right? You, I, Groove. A lot of us got ridiculed and laughed on like you guys are haters. First of all, let me say this: Manny's a better coach than Mario. I don't care who it offends. I saw Ezekiel Brown in there. I heard him in Coach Hayes' show and all this stuff. This culture is bad. This team sucks. And another thing, next person that tells me that Mario's an elite recruiter, like, shut up. If he was such an elite recruiter, we have elite players. We're not 20-20 at overtime against SMU. I'm not trying to hear this. Shad, Rocky, Caneville. I'm calling all you stupid ass shows out. Kane's Insight, Miami Flow, all you guys. You guys are the reason this program is the way it is because you don't allow the freaking fans to be objective. This coach sucks. This Mirrorball sucks. I was talking to Red. He wanted Mario to lose. Like, no, I want Mario to win so he can get the Penn State job and get the F out of Miami. I am tired of you groupie mother lovers. South Coast, I got to defend you because Coach Hayes, I love you. And I know Ella's in here. But everybody laughed you off on the preseason show. And I'm like, all right, you know that South Coast is usually right 99.9% of the times, right? And now all you guys look stupid. Not Coach Hayes, but all you groupie Caneville, Kane's Insight, Miami Flow, like you guys need to stop listening to those people. I'm not saying listen to us, but just be objective. Have discernment. Let your eyes make your own fucking assessment. Stop letting these people that are getting paid by Mario and I'm sorry. Special fuck you to Mario for what you did to Willis. I'm sorry. That was this is bad karma. This is what you get for being a shitty person, a shitty ass coach, and trying to be a hard ass where you're not a hard ass. You're a complete dumbass. I really wish all you Mario groupies and fan bases like Shad go back to Oregon. Go back to Oregon. Leave Miami. Miami is not this conservative student body left, student body right, run the ball in the middle, conservative stuff. Tyler Van Beck was playing good today, and you decided to run the ball. And of course, he's the last pass is like whatever, it happens. But Mario, I'm sorry, you and Mirabal need to get the f out of Miami. I've been I have three things on South Coast: Mirabal, Beck, no, Bam Adebayo, and Tua Tagovailoa need to get the hell out of Miami. I am adding Mario in there. Until that shit happens, Miami is not going to be okay. I am sorry, I'm not sorry to all you Mario groupies. I hope you guys get a refund from Kane's Insight and all these stupid ass shows. Cuban and South Coast been right since fucking day one. We've been right. If you mother effers listen, you'll be okay. And we don't tell you to be on our side. We just say use your own damn eyes. Have discernment. But you guys refuse to have discernment. You know what I'm saying? Mario's a big puss. It was 28 seconds left. He had one timeout. He takes a knee. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mario? Oh, let me hear the excuse. Oh, my bad. There's still too many players in the locker room, so the culture is still bad. That is get ready for the excuses like dumbass fanboys like Rocky. Gotta wait till next year. Next year is a real year, right? I'm I'm sorry to call people out, but I have to, man, because you guys are just idiots. And I have to defend my boy South Coast Mexicans because he looked like a Mexican this morning. He looked like a vato this morning, right? But South Coast was right, Cuban was right, Big Groove was right, Rent Free was right, a whole bunch of people were right, but you didn't want even that dumb show that I disagree with. That called me out. Even they were right. What is it? What's it called? What's the show? South Coast, the one that had beef with Utah,
Utah.
baby.
Okay.
Yeah, even Utah, they were right. You know what I'm saying? But nah, y'all want to hate on all of us because we were objective. But I'll pass on the mic to somebody else.
What's up, y'all? I gotta go, bro. This damn hot, man. I'm mad, bro. This, hey, listen. Let me tell y'all something, man. So I'm watching the game with my mom, right? And you know how number six, right? So like, Fletcher's on the sideline. Number six is in the game. My mom saying, "Why is number six on the field? Why is he slow? He can't run between the tackles. He's slow." So the first drive he ran the ball up the middle. Second drive ran the ball up the middle. Third drive he said, where the heck is Fletcher? Why isn't Fletcher in the game?" And then after that, what happened? Freaking Carson Beck looking Ice Age squirrel behind, want to freaking throw the ball instead of running the ball in the touchdown. Hello, you wanna be a pocket passer? Hello,
Yeah,
you had time to run the ball in touchdown.
I was kind of curious in the overtime. I kind of had a feeling that Mario was going to run it, and I mean, I guess with putting Shalimar, Marty, Mr. Brown, whatever you want to call him, I guess he figured he
Figured
was fresh, big
fresh.
back, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to make
Nah,
excuses.
bro.
But I don't understand it. I don't agree with it
We not making.
because
I'm not.
Fletcher,
We can't make no more excuses, bro. You have if you got to keep it 100 right now. You have to listen. Whatever. Well, like last week when South Coast Kane was telling me about Mario, I did it today. I just watched from my eyes and look what happened. Look what happened. So everything South Coast Kane told me last week and the week before that, I listened to him this week. You know what? Got dog it. Hey, I'm on the train too, y'all. I'm on the
well,
fire Mario train right now too. Cause
well,
I'm
here's
not doing this no more, bro. We can't. We
yeah,
can't do this. Because listen, if we keep on with the same team, with the same old school running up the middle crap, we're getting a freaking pocket faster just because he went to Georgia and got two freaking national championships. We need a mobile quarterback. Just like South Coast King said, the Dolphins, Tua trash. I don't care about the Miami Heat because that's on my team. But yeah, but the Dolphins need a mobile quarterback. The Canes need a mobile quarterback. That's what the college and NFL is. Mobile quarterbacks nowadays. Because look what freaking SMU did. They ran the ball with their quarterback and they got first downs.
right. Uh, Alpaca, give me
I
five
want.
seconds.
Yep,
Five
no
seconds.
problem.
5 seconds.
Yep.
Look, I appreciate all the kind words, people. I really do. Thank y'all so much. But it is a group effort, and I don't. Again, I'm not. That's why I preached. I just call it like I see it on the field. Okay, and that's how I do it. I don't have any type of insight, Patreon group, insider. I don't have it. I just watch the games. I just see it. I've been seeing this for a long time. Okay. But I just, sometimes people just got to see the truth, and if you know the truth will set you free. But anyway, I digress. But thank you so much. Rent free. I'm gonna give you the floor as soon as Alpaca does his thing. Go ahead, Alpaca. What's up?
Okay. So I don't know why y'all mad. I don't know why anybody here is mad. We've
I,
seen this for the last 20 fucking years.
yeah,
This is
exactly.
the same old story. Now, granted, I think we've got better athletes and we've had the best roster we've had in a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you don't actually let them go and do their thing, then I mean, this run up the middle bullshit. Like, I don't know, man. You got to go.
Yeah, I counted about 22 runs up the middle today.
It's costing us drives. It's costing us downs. Everybody is stacking the box to stop it, but we're stuck in the cuck chair in the fucking hotel room while our girlfriend's getting banged on the bed.
And it's got their screen passing crap too, bro. The screen pass
We're
and
stuck in
and
the goddamn cuck chair, bro.
Yep, yep, yeah, yeah. All right, rent free. Oh,
Hey, what's going on, man? Can you hear me?
yeah, talk to us,
Yep.
man. What's
Hey,
your
South
thought?
Coast, South Coast. First of all, I appreciate you having me on. What's
Oh
good,
man,
Cuban?
I appreciate you being here. I enjoy your. One of these days, I'm gonna catch up with you on the X Spaces or whatever it's called. One day, I will be there. I promise.
It's, nah,
But
I got you.
but
I
go ahead, talk. Give us
nah.
something,
Well, I
bro.
want y'all to just say. I want to say this. I'm gonna be quick, man. I'm gonna be brief. Um, I want y'all to just celebrate, man. It's a day to celebrate, man. I know we lost. I know we lost, man, but it's a time for celebration. The reason
Oh,
is Mario has. It started to seem like maybe people will finally see Mario for who he is. You know what I'm saying? It's time. It's the fact that he was exposed yet again. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting there watching the game with my wife, and I told her, I said, he's gonna take a knee. I told her when it was like 25 or 28 seconds left, with a timeout left, in true Mario Cristobal fashion, he took the knee like a
Oh yeah,
pussy.
yeah.
And guess what? They lost the game. And you know what? I'm actually I'm happy they lost because guess what? That's we're a step closer for the fan base turning on this dude that has literally done nothing, absolutely nothing. But okay, he's got top 10. We stayed in the top 10 longer. That's all he's done. We've been in the top 10 longer. Oh, we're ranked. We're number 10. We're number two. He got us number two for a week, and now we're out. Then we lose to Louisville. And then guess what? We come around, we beat Stanford. Everybody's pounding their chest again, talking about see we won 42-7, and then we lose to SMU to Rhett Lashley, who's running the offense that Miami should be running, but they want mirror ball, and they want to run that mirror ball Mario offense that they ran at Oregon. That failed them. The
Hmm.
ceiling was 12-2. They did not make the playoffs, and at the end of the day, I mean, I want Miami to win, but knowing that he's not the guy and I feel the same way I felt about Al Golden, knowing that he's not the guy. And the quicker he gets out, the more they lose, the quicker he's out. And I rather them go ahead and start over. He's not going to win, man. There's no point. It's like you see the guy's an idiot. So what's your expectation? Why do you have an expectation for an idiot to do anything special? That's kind of where I'm at with it. And I love the Hurricanes, but I've taken the red pill, man. I'm out
Hmm.
of the matrix. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I stopped taking the blue pill, man. Everybody takes the blue pill. They want to feel good. They want to feel good takes versus what they really are. When I realized that actually, and I'm almost done, South Coast. When I realized to look at Miami for what they are versus what I want them to be, and projecting my feelings of what I think Miami should be, and I look at them for what they are as an entire, as a program, as a coaching staff, as players. I'm in a better space, man. I used to get upset. I'm still, man. I'm pissed off right now. I'm gonna stop lying. I'm pissed. I was sitting at the gym. I was working out, and I'm just watching the game. I couldn't really get a workout in because I'm like the Hurricanes are losing, and I'm people looking around, and I got the orange and green on, and they're losing yet again for 20 years. So it is what it is, man. But the quicker we get this dude out of here, man, the better for the fan base. And he's mediocre, man. And I told Cuban this, and more losses to come. It looks like I was right about 8-4. Just throw that out there.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I don't want to play favorites. I don't want to play favorites, but this young man in the bottom right, I look up to this man, and I like what he says, and I know he's been busy studying, or so he says. Now he's been busy studying, raising that kid, taking care of that wife. Man, how you been, Shad?
I appreciate the intro, man. That was a good intro by you, South Coast. I appreciate it. Now I'm good, man. I'm out here hanging out with Rocky. Just
Don't
me and Rocky kicking it and watching Kane's football
don't
and trying to think of
don't do
ways
it.
to attack good old Cuban King because that guy is so smart and intelligent and good looking.
Don't.
So but now since Miami sucks, we're gonna go root for Oregon. All joking aside, I'm looking at what is it, Kane's Insight, and the stupid ass D Money has a funny look on his face. But like, oh, my bad, fellas. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shad Rocky. I didn't interrupt. I'm sorry.
First of all, why are you on here? You are a LSU fan. You tag me, South Coast, Rent Free, others in an LSU video where their alumni are talking about LSU football. We don't care,
They were
man.
talking about Tommy Moffitt, sir.
Hey, hey, hey. You said fast forward to a time mark. That means that you had to be watching it up until that point. You don't understand that? It's not like it
No,
was
that
real.
means my LSU brother told me, "Hey, go listen to this," and fast forward to that minute.
Okay, okay. Sure, buddy. Sure. We believe you. Man, look. Um, like I said, I've been studying, doing everything. Um, the reason I have not made time to be on a lot of these things because I looked and I said, the goals are still there. My goal, my point, my expectation was ACC title game and playoff berth. Now it's looking like the door is closing. It's not closed yet because the ACC always finds a way to do ACC things. But today, man, I mean, the first game outside of Florida, the team looked lethargic. I mean, I don't really know what to say, man. I mean, I'm gonna talk about the good things. I'm gonna be different. I want to bring some balance. We have two very, very good players on the defensive side of the ball, minus Ruben Bain, who, man, if we didn't have those two guys, man, the defense would look completely different. I mean, Jacoby Thomas and Keontae Scott, man, they gonna make themselves some money. I mean, they're really good. The physicality, I love it. The run support. I mean, the thing about it is teams know that they're blitzing. They know that those men are blitzing, but they can't stop it. So I mean, like I said, I just want to talk about the positives, man. I want to talk. I want
Are
to
you
talk
gonna
about
put
the
Are you gonna put Lyle in there?
positives, man.
Are you gonna put Lyle in there?
Hey, you know what? Hey, Cuban, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be so honest with you. When I saw my man Lyle get in the game and trip over the offensive lineman, I said, man, get him out the game, man. You gotta go, dog.
Damn.
You gotta go because I mean, you can't trip over your offensive lineman, man. You can't. Uh, I mean, that's about all the positive I can talk about, man. I mean, I knew Carson Beck was gonna cost us at least one game. I didn't think it would be two. I mean,
Well,
'cause- but looking at the replay, you could say Tony should have, stayed on that line. But if he had stayed on the line, the ball would have been behind him, or maybe the DB could have ran into him. He could have got a pass interference call. I don't know. It's just so many things, man. The penalties, some of the penalties should have not been called. We should have gotten some more penalties called for us. But I mean, all in all, man, I mean, I'm just watching the game and I'm saying, dude, we have more talent than this team. And usually I don't watch games.
Shad, we gotta stop saying that, man. We gotta stop saying that we have more
Yes,
talent. We
yes,
we
yes,
have
sir. No, we can't.
we
We
have the
can't.
same talent. We have the
No,
same
we
talent we've
don't.
had for the past 30 years, man. It's the coaching that sucks.
I'm talking about year to year. You're talking about in a vacuum. I'm just talking about right now. SMU does not have a defensive player that is good as Ruben Bain. They don't have. They don't have. I mean, the Moses guy now. Hey, if he got some eligibility left, hey man, he come on to the crib. But I'm just. I can't say I'm disappointed, man. I mean, like I don't understand.
right, right,
I
right.
mean, I really don't. I mean, I didn't I didn't watch Oregon this closely, but I understood that they would try. Like my thing is this, man. You got a $4 million quarterback, man. And I'm sitting there like Cuban touched on earlier, man. Like we got a timeout left, couple seconds left, man. A man getting paid $4 million, man. At least try, because I'm gonna say this, and and then because I don't want to take over. I'm sitting there watching SMU last drive. And
Hmm.
the only thing that's going through my mind is I'm thinking back to that game when Manny was here and we were playing Virginia. And,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and Manny played for the field goal
Hmm.
and we missed it.
Yep,
And at one point I said, man, SMU gonna play for the field goal
yep.
and gonna miss it. Or we
Hmm.
gonna block it or something.
Right.
But then when I seen Harden like running, I said, oh, they're trying to score. And then to end the game where this man is not even touched, this is my last point. SMU used the tempo. They utilized tempo. They utilize the heat because I haven't seen Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor that winded this
Yeah,
entire season. And the unfortunate thing about that is that we are going to be playing some teams moving forward that do have a bye week. We have no more bye weeks. We have
right.
nothing.
Yeah.
So you don't have that extra time to maybe tweak something and style something. I will give Shannon Dawson credit for this. They did incorporate the Malachi Tony motion, which that will make some teams second guess. So that will take some because you got to pay attention to them because they can incorporate moving forward. All right, well, if y'all gonna flow crazy to that, we can hand it off to him or we can throw it to him on a quick hitter or whatever the situation is like that. But I mean, it's bad, man.
Well, only other positive I could add to that is the defense held SMU's rushing to like what -2 until the
Last drive,
overtime.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
1 second, South Coast. Quote: Manny Diaz has a higher win percentage at Duke than Mario Cristobal has at Miami.
Man, I don't want to hear that, man. I don't hear about no man at the end, man. I don't hear about no exes.
but one thing else that caught my eye was the play clock management. It seems like I don't what they had to burn about maybe 3 timeouts because of clock management and Beck's hooping and hollering. And then did y'all see that little piece where Shannon was, I don't know what he was upset about with Mario, but that was pretty interesting.
That's
Well, I
not
see him
good.
running it up the middle.
That's
Yeah,
not good, man.
which I kind of, that was my first thought, Alpaca. I'm like, oh, so maybe we were right about that too on who's calling the play.
Yep, maybe not the plays
Ooh.
exactly, but the offensive game plan.
But I mean, again, if you watch a couple shows that me, Shad, and South Coast are in, we've been saying that Mirabal is the OC.
I was
It's the
joking.
same offense that they're running. I'm like, it's the same shit.
Yeah. And
Hey, but
yeah,
not to cut you off, South Coast, but I know all of us caught this. When the announcer said, Shannon Dawson said, I knew our defense was bad last year. That's why we had to go out and try to score
Yep.
40 and do all that with Cam Ward. And I'm sitting up here like, so what you saying is you're saying game one that I mean, even though it ended up being window dressing against Florida, but basically what you're saying is from game one, you're saying the defense was bad, which means that you knew they were bad leading into the season. But
Yep.
y'all, but
But hold
the
on, Shad.
paid media said that the defense was going to be very good.
Hold on, Shad, because Ezekiel Brown said that we had a top 12 defense last year. Remember that? Remember he said
You know
that?
what? This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say about this. This is what I'm gonna say. Gidger did not have Ruben Bain last year for a large part.
no.
That defense with Shannon with Lance Gidger looks a hell of a lot different with Ruben Bain. Without even having Keontae Scott and having Jacoby Thomas, that defense looked a hell of a lot different last year with Ruben Bain. I'm just gonna say that because he's just that type of player. But I don't want to talk about last year. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm talking about like right now. Who we got next? Syracuse. We got Syracuse.
Syracuse.
They just lost to Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I watched some of that game and I really was not impressed. I know they kept harping on that little walk-on quarterback for Syracuse about, he was like what 0 for 18 or some crap like that. But yeah,
It doesn't matter because Mario's going to play a very conservative game and try to just win in the
yep,
fourth quarter by a field goal.
yep.
This is what he does. Y'all want to keep saying
Now,
that this man has elite talent. We don't have elite. He's elite. I'm sorry. You keep saying that he's an elite recruiter. He's not. He's just a Miami coach. Every Miami coach gets the same type of players. He's not doing anything special.
now, one thing I've been curious about. I'm glad you washed your hands, Shad. Um, no, one thing I've been very curious about too is here lately, the last few games or so forth this season, the defensive backs playing 10 to 15 yards off the receivers. Um,
Except
it was
Xavier Lucas. Xavier Lucas
yeah,
plays on the ball or on the defender.
right. But especially today, because it was pretty apparent around the second quarter, start of the third quarter, that SMU was not going to really run the ball very much. And when they did, they didn't get really anything, which is indicated with the stats. But you knew they were going to pass. And I still don't understand why they're playing such a, I guess you would call that a soft coverage or cushion or whatever. Oh, I don't get that. Oh,
I have a question,
yeah.
and I'm sorry, I have to do it. Everybody kept saying that the culture under Manny was bad and horrible, right? The culture under Mario is horrible. Somebody please explain to me these damn penalties.
Can we talk about today? Can we talk about today?
The
Just talk.
penalties, yeah, the penalties. Somebody
Okay.
explain to me the penalties.
Okay.
This
I,
every game is like 100+ yards in penalties.
I have it all written down.
That's
I've
my
been taking notes.
that's Miami football. One of our most infamous games is against Texas, where we just.
Oh yeah,
I
the Cotton
mean,
Bowl.
I'm just saying, like this is what we do.
Yeah, but we also throw the ball down the field and have receivers catching 100 yards of catching and touchdowns. That's not the same Miami.
Hey man,
Well, according to the stats, we had 12 penalties for 96 yards. So you had
we
a
could take
false.
two of those back though.
I know that personal foul against Lightfoot roughing the passer. And then
But you know what though? At the same time, I can say this bang bang because we got one earlier with Carson Beck because we didn't even see the replay. You know,
yeah, the ones that really they've been consistent. I mean, you had a false start on Bell twice. All right, Brockemeyer, another snap infraction, bigger than you know what. Oh, you had holding on Malagoa, which I think that was when the defensive tackle may have slipped. I don't know, but
he
still,
does that every game.
yeah. You had a holding on Cooper. You had a false start on Cooper. We had a false start on Sampson. You had McCoy wanted to go upfield because he thought Beck was going to run there in the fourth quarter. And Bell had his two false starts. Now, I'm really, I mean, this has been pretty consistent throughout the season with the false starts, especially false starts on the offensive line, and the holding. I don't get it. Um, but yeah, at least the false starts. I don't, and in my midseason evaluation, I broke it down, and I still got the graphic somewhere, but it's crazy. It's just crazy how these unnecessary penalties, because a lot of these penalties, I didn't write it down, but a lot of these penalties, they took them out of some good drives. Uh, but I still the play calling and offensive game plan for this game just kind of it baffled me. Something wasn't right.
It
It
was the same
just
one as last week. What are you
it
talking about? It baffles
it
anybody.
it
It's the same
no
one.
no 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 no. What I'm saying is yeah, it was basically a slight derivative of last week and from the week before, but it seemed wonky. Is that make any sense? It didn't. To me, it didn't really have any rhyme or reason. I mean, you're still going up the middle. You're still throwing screen passes, and yeah, you had a couple runs to the outside, but it was still, it just, oh, I guess just the whole game looked off to me, But
They're probably sick of running the same stuff all the
yeah,
time. If I
yeah,
was a player, I would get sick of knowing we've got Ferraris and
yeah.
running it like we got a Volkswagen. Like,
Mm-hmm. Because I don't know if y'all watched the game day this morning on ESPN, but Saban made the comment about they need to, what did he say? Release the weapons that
yep.
Miami has, but take that for what it's worth. But anyway, yeah, this is crazy because if you look at the whole body of work for this game against SMU, it really is no different.
Sorry,
It's
Cristobal said Beck interception. It's not good enough. You need to be a grown ass man. Mario, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Like, if You neutered the dude, man. Like, come on, man. Like, stop this, Mario. Like, you're a conservative coach. You're sorry. You're a sorry coach. You need to go back with Shad in Oregon.
Hey,
Like, get out of Miami, bro. Just leave.
we good.
Miami's not this conservative. We're not student body left, student body right crap.
We're going to the playoffs. We're gonna win the Big
But
Ten.
oh my gosh. But yeah,
We got an LSU fan on the show. We got a Oregon fan. I'm the only Kane fan up in here.
I ain't never told y'all in nothing Oregon related. But we can't say the same for everybody on here.
I have a video where you said Oregon was one of your favorites, your favorite team, and then it was Miami.
Did I share? Did I share content for Oregon?
Well, you said out of your own mouth that you were an Oregon fan.
Did
I
I
never said out of my
share?
mouth that I was an LSU fan.
Did I share content?
No,
You,
you said you were a fan. That's okay.
me and
Back to the
Steve
game.
understand you hurt right now. Chris Griffin got fired. Uh,
Two was our quarterback. Mario's our coach. Miraball's still here.
he
South
wanted.
Coast turned on me and went to an LSU game and disappointed me. South Coast a Mexican. Shad, did you see South Coast show before the game? He like a straight bato Mexican.
Ain't nothing, man. But hey, aside from that, JoJo tried to get a touchdown.
he did.
You know, you got.
No, I'm sorry. Now you pissed me off on that. So Mario, a guy does a mistake. Okay, whoop de doo, and you bench him. Like, come on, man. The dude was balling. You couldn't cover the dude, and then he messed up a play. Then you bench the dude. Like, come on, man. Like, you have Marigoa doing mistakes left to right. You have Bell doing mistakes left to right, and you don't bench those sorry mother lovers, right? But you want to bench a dude that is actually going to test you. I'm tired of this coaching staff, man. And it's just, huh? Was that shit?
You going first, man. Kiki Marigold.
Do we even got the $60 million to get rid of him?
No, we do not. You know why? Well, you know why? Because and this is why I was a proponent of letting him go last year, because you missed out on potential $50 million by not making the playoffs. That could have covered so many things, but no, Mario wants to be Mario and say, "Oh, I didn't know our defense. I didn't say nothing to our defense. I knew they were bad." Bruh, are you a head coach or you're a spectator like us and Kane's Insight and Caneville and so on and so forth? By the way, who is that? Who is that white? No racism or anything. But who is that white guy that's next to him? Is that the time management guy that's next to him? He had like a hat on around.
I saw that.
Is that the time management analytics guy?
I don't know.
It's
But anyway,
wildly
about,
new time management guy.
I want to circle back to something right quick. I'm gonna defend my honor here. All right. So when I did my little patio perspective this morning, I had just got back helping the CEO with some stuff. It was freaking cold this morning, so I had my long sleeves dicky shirt on. Okay, and I didn't have my hat on, so my hair was, it was all slicked back. Okay, it was cold. I had long sleeves on because it was cold. All right, and I wanted to jump on, and since I wasn't able to do a pregame, I wanted to tell you what I thought. Now, here we go with the comments, which I think is kind of racist. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Man, you gotta look at him, man. Look like he's from South Central LA or something, man. I was like, who's this blood in, blood out type of guy?
It was cold. It was cold. It's been cold here in South Louisiana. It's been down the mid 40s, man. That's frigid for me. But anyway.
I wonder what the membership is going to look like for the CCC now.
What's going on?
And get ready for the offseason against South Coast. Oh, look at this great recruiter class. Mario's recruited at an elite level. Are we going to go to Nike? Are we going to get a new stadium?
It's all about the playbook, and I've spoke about this. I know it has nothing to do with the game today, but I have spoken on the playbook that is utilized in the off season. you know, you got the recruiting trail hyping up, and then it just goes on and on and on. And oh, Cuban said that South Coast was at the 9 LSU head coaching search press conferences. Would you like to defend that, Cuban?
Was that you? I was at the press conference. I mean, I didn't know they filmed me on camera, but yeah, I was there, and I think they're looking at Mario Cristobal, to be honest.
Wait a minute. QB, were you talking about the South Coast Cane or South Coast Mexican? Which South Coast, sir? You can say number one, which would be me, or number two, which would be Mexican.
Man, I can't believe we lost the game, man.
I can.
I
I,
can, I can.
oh, I can't, and that's why. I mean, I'm really not. I mean, it kind of gets in your side, but I like I said, I had a doubt about this game. Everybody and their brother on all these shows were
But
talking about
this
Miami.
team, did you
I,
see the amount of injuries and probable
yes,
injuries they had? Like,
yes, exactly,
And they
exactly.
wanted it more. Even with
Yeah,
all the injuries, they wanted it more than we did.
you know,
Oh no, I can't wait to somebody to say, "Oh, we didn't know they were going to do that play, right?" Like what play I knew it was coming when the guy dips in and the running back goes on a wheel route. I'm like, I knew that was happening,
bro,
guys.
I was thinking, I said, I'm glad they won Chris Johnson.
mm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and,
And I'm glad he dropped it.
the sad thing is that little
Who's,
quarterback for
hold up,
SMU wasn't even good at it.
who is 24? Because when the guy dropped the ball, 24 is all in his face. Like, bro, you did nothing. The man was wide open. He dropped the pass. Like,
Ethan
Oh,
O'Connor. Ethan O'Connor.
that's okay. I give him a pass. I like Ethan.
yeah,
I like Ethan. But
and
no,
there,
dog, the man wide open, man. Come on, man.
and he had nothing but green grass and white numbers and lines in front of him. That's all he had.
We should have been up 27-7, right? Um, in the first half, and it's just this bad coach team, man. This is a poorly coached program. And like I said, man, I don't want to hear the culture is different anymore. I'm not trying to hear that. Not trying to hear this guy recruits better. Not trying to hear, oh, look at this offensive line. It's so huge and big and talented. It's not. Me and Shad and South Cole's been saying, if you look at the lines, they've been the same size for Lord knows how long, 6'4", 300 pounds plus. Like, and this is why I blame Mark. I don't know when you saw when Bain went to D tackle, you saw what he did to the center. He
Oh,
abused him.
oh yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was
He
and that man, that should be a record.
he abused him, but no, you want to play him at defensive end. Are you a coach or you're a fucking or you're a fanboy? Bane,
Mm.
take your ass to the inside and just abuse people. You'll get way more sacks, right? But no, Mario wants to be Mr. Nice Guy and be Mr. Friendly with his damn players. Mario, go it, move your ass to guard,
Oh
and
yeah,
put.
he a guard.
He's a guard. I'm like, what are we doing here? But Mario wants to be Mr. Nice Guy. Like, I'm sorry, Mario. This season is over. It's time back to play Emery or what's the other kid? The kid from Georgia, whatever his dude name
Judge.
is.
That
Judd,
man,
not
that
Judd or whoever. Yeah, whoever. It's
man,
time to play your young guys, man. Like I've been saying, South Coast, I've been big on this. You need to do the rebuild sometime. You have to start the rebuild sometime. You keep trying to get these portal court. Do not go for portal quarterback next year. You're not
oh, you
ready to win the national championship.
you going to get
Go,
one.
go and play your damn players, Mario. Get
Man,
Mirabal the hell out of Miami. Go get your real strength and conditioning coach. Go run the spread offense. You need to be like last year, run 70-30, more pass than running, and
mm-mm,
stop this foolishness. Or else go back to Oregon with Shad and Rocky.
mm-mm. What you talking about? Go back to Oregon. Oregon is fun and gun, man. We like to hang up, man. What you talking about?
That,
Um, Cuban. None of that's gonna happen.
Oh, I know that. I know that.
None of what you just said is gonna happen, because this is what I feel right now. The way Carson Beck went off that field when they called the timeout, he felt like he got control. It would not surprise me moving forward. Carson Beck, look, man, I'm trying to go to the NFL. I wouldn't be surprised he pulled a Cam Ward. He just go rogue. Run up the middle. I'm not. We all in this. I mean, at this point, dog, just audible.
Yeah.
One question, Sam. One question to you.
He can't
Have
put
you
the
seen one question? Have you seen Beck audible? Because I know I remember seeing Cam audible a whole lot last year. Has he audible this year?
he trying to be a team player, but it's look, man. We about to go into the eighth game of the season.
Hmm.
Or the ninth game of the season, should I say? Man, you gotta get some tape,
Yes.
man. Cause what is he now? What 12 touchdowns and what 9 interceptions?
Something like that.
So it's like, dog, no, you gotta put the pedal to the metal, man.
Oh yeah. Because he's
Cause you looking like you looking like look, you looking like you looking real. I want to be undrafted right now.
Well,
is that a
if you would have listened to me and South Coast Kane, we said, hey, you have a Tommy John injury. You need to redshirt or sit out this year, or no, do a medical redshirt and sit out. That takes a whole year to develop. But no, you want to listen to the CCC. Oh no, Breck, he's back. He's great. He's throwing rockets out there. No, man, you got to sit down, bro. You got to sit down for a year with that injury. But you want to listen to all the Canes, the Canes bros, and you're gonna look stupid.
I
Mario, you don't want to do the rebuild.
I
This
know
is
what
gonna happen.
to do.
And QB says rebuild in year 4. Hey, QB, you got to start the rebuild sometime, man. You have to,
I
right?
know
It's been the
what
same program for 20 some odd years already.
we're
uh
gonna
oh. Uh
we're gonna
oh.
play ball control offense, and we're gonna lean on the defense.
All right. We have a special guest coming to the scene.
Uh-oh. Wonder how special this person is.
This person is so special.
Uh-oh. See how
He
special.
he bloviates.
I know doggone well. Earl.
Hell no. Nah.
He
Oh, hell no. Nah. First of all,
bloviates.
tell that old Ezekiel Brown to mute the background. You know?
Earl got Dallas.
What what's
Earl
going
got
on, Mr. Brown?
Earl got Dallas playing in the background. He up there watching Dallas. Man, we just lost, man. Turn that off, man.
For whatever reason, I can't hear you.
Turn Miami Vice on. Back there watching Dallas.
I don't think he can hear us. Can
He
you
got
hear us?
he got Dallas up too loud.
Use a headset.
I wanted to ask him if his nephew Get Down Brown if he's still excited and happy.
Uh,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Can you hear us?
man, take the Ovaltine off the eye.
Oh my
Have a
gosh.
professional here. Get that Ovaltine off the stove, man. Come on, man.
Well,
I guess he'll be on after a while.
yeah,
Man,
he'll be there.
man, man, I don't know, man. Like,
I do.
how do we lose this game?
Uh,
We collapse
yeah,
mid-season every year.
yeah.
It's like it's gonna happen. Louisville, now SMU.
Hold on.
Hey, what's
Look what LMB put on there. Hey, Cuban. DP just say he's gonna be the new Cuban.
I saw it. I saw
Shit.
it in. I saw it in the shit.
I was gonna wait to call on Coach Hay show to the offseason because I like letting things just ride, but I probably have to call in this week. Even though I'm hella
Well,
busy, I'm gonna have to call in.
no disrespect to Mr. DP, but he was very enthusiastic about this team this year.
Yeah.
All right, E Brown, E Brown. He's talking, but we can't hear you.
Man, he brought up there watching the doggone. He'll turn it to the Waltons now.
Oh boy.
Waltons.
The
Well,
Waltons.
I guess
Shit.
I guess another positive from this loss is, I mean, it's given
Yeah,
people like us more street cred, and people are
well,
not.
yeah. Let's talk about some positives, man. Let's talk about the positives, man. Like I
Yeah,
said, JoJo, man, like JoJo Trader, man. Like for him to get
yeah.
that touchdown, man.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, that second one. I mean, he was in a situation where, because I saw not Cuban, I saw Reezy tweet about it, and yeah, he could have probably went with the hands to catch the ball, But I think it probably had started raining a little bit, so you try to get it to your body. And like I said, I haven't seen enough of the young man to distinguish whether or not he's a hands catcher or he's just a he uses his body. But I mean, that was good to see, man. I mean,
Well, you
man, the
practice
ball
just.
good.
No, sorry, said I'm sorry to interrupt you because the CCC were telling us how great.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you, bro.
Oh,
Oh, I think Cuban Kane has sabotaged the
okay, here we
whole
go.
mechanism.
Yeah, LSU,
Ebron, just talk. We'll shut up. Just talk, Ebron, because I know it probably is like delayed on the background.
Go ahead, E. Brown. Uh-oh.
the Ovaltine on there starting to boil. Look at this stuff.
We were.
And
But no, what I was saying about JoJo, right?
South Coast, you have you.
I don't know what he's doing.
I told you, man, he watching television. Yeah, he got to turn the TV out. He trying to do too much at one time, man.
With
I don't.
defense JoJo, our offense looks so much different.
Yeah.
His,
You guys,
his Wi-Fi don't support multiple devices. He got to cut something off, man.
I mean, I
He
think
trying.
there's a Love Boat marathon on Me TV right now.
right now.
He trying to watch.
One second.
He
What
trying
I
to
was
watch
saying about
you
JoJo, and I
and
got
watch
hate.
those every
What I
time.
was saying about JoJo, and I got hate on it during the in the off season. He was doing all these one handed catches. I'm like, hey man, you need to start practicing with two hands. And everybody, oh, you don't know nothing about football. And I'm like, hey man, in the football game, you need to catch that shit with two hands, not one handed. So JoJo looked good, but all that showboating stuff, you can't. This is football.
Right.
This is college football. It's not high school football where you
No.
cannot play around like that.
Nope.
But it's but at the same time, the kid did one mistake, and you want to bench him. Like, come on, man. Like, stop it, Mario.
It's gonna be nasty work for the CCC this week.
Hmm.
It's gonna be nasty.
They're probably on their conference or their Zoom call or Teams call right now.
Oh,
Oh no, one of
It's gonna
them
be
said it's not
nasty.
Mario's fault. By the way, one of them said it was huh?
Commit,
commit,
commit
Yeah,
today.
one of
But
them said it's not Mario's fault. It's Dawson's fault.
it is Dawson's fault. Dawson's fault. It's Dawson's fault. Hey, but the irony in all this though, if the team does collapse, that means like you overhaul the defense again, last year. Now you got to overhaul the offense. If this go from sugar to mush, hey man, your homeboy that your playground buddy, hey man, you might have to part ways with him now.
Well, no, another thing I got hate on this as well. I said number 10 might not be on this team next year, and I'm like, all right, I got hate on that as well. Why would anybody want to be part of some run first offense, man? I'm trying to get to the league.
What you talking about?
The NFL doesn't draft running backs. They draft running backs in the sixth or seventh round.
Don't Malachi about
money is not ready.
Was that?
shouldn't Malachi
Shouldn't Malik
about
about
600
them
yards?
on the yard?
He should.
I saw a graphic. They said he got like the most all-purpose yards in Miami history for like I guess like kick returns and receiving.
All I think.
I saw that they had it under his name. I'm like,
Yeah, I saw that graphic, and I'm like, oh, wait, it's kind of early in the year for that. I mean, this is
but they distinguished it. I think they put like
yeah,
receiving yards and return yards
yeah. I saw
combined.
that. I'm like, that's interesting. You know,
Man, Cuban, where is Malachi Tony supposed to go, man?
Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, Florida,
He,
He
Ole
can go
Miss.
anywhere
he
he
the
wants.
ball. He got full autonomy for that position that he's in. Now, the only reason I would see him leaving is Shannon Dawson don't return because then you no longer become the focal part of the offense.
He's gonna be the focal part of any offense he joins.
yep.
No, no, no. I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
go.
gonna go.
Sad. Why? I mean, same. I was told the same thing with Horton. Why would Horton leave? He's going to be the number one receiver next year. I'm
But
like,
what I'm
because this
but what I'm
stupid
saying
ass coaching
about this
style.
about Malachi Tony is like we're unique. Like I think it's another team in the country that had 5'9" receivers. Is their number one option. I don't think
It
it's another
doesn't.
that
It
has.
doesn't matter, man. Just playing for this program. Number one, just if I'm a parent, right? I'm like, you don't get kids drafted as receivers,
No,
right?
Malachi get drafted. You don't get drafted.
But under Mario, you don't get drafted, bro. You don't. I'm
Oh, I
sorry.
mean, if you want to go back to Oregon, then yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
There's other places. I mean, there's other places where he could shine, man. And it's just, unfortunately, man, that's gonna happen. If you just
As
think
a
about it, every
gifted
time,
player,
huh?
yeah, as a gifted player,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
see,
see
I,
one to a contender
South
as
Coast.
being the same focal point in the offense as he is here. I could see him maybe going somewhere. And when I say contender, let me make sure. Let me rephrase that. One of the traditional names. I'll say that. Now we got new teams. You know, man, yeah, you probably could go to an Ole Miss or um, hell, maybe hell Indiana now. I mean, you know,
South
it's
Coast.
a place you
oh,
could go and do that. But I
hey,
mean,
hey, hang on, Shad. I think we have E Brown. E Brown, come in. What's up, Bryce? Come in, Bray. E Brown.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I interrupted Shad with his soliloquy. Let it continue. I'll listen.
Okay, I just want to make sure you were good this time, because I mean,
no, I'm
we're
Yeah,
not.
let Ezekiel Brown talk. I want to hear what Mr. Ezekiel Brown got to say because he was talking a lot of ribber rappers in Cote show, and I want to hear Mr. Ezekiel Brown talk.
I think E.
Hey,
Brown.
all I gotta say, listen. All I gotta say is that South Coast and Cuban, you guys were absolutely correct. Um, again, I have succumbed to belt the ass. Um, I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have eating the big sweet cherry, and I'm paying for it right now. So, but I just got to say, I know we've heard about. I've heard you guys talking about Coach Mario, Coach Dawson, and so on and so forth. But today's game, today's today's game can be placed on the players themselves. With all those penalties, drop passes, uh, drop passes that led to interceptions, the kickoff where the punter kicked the ball and it landed near the goal line and they failed to cover it. Those were all player related issues.
Who's
The
responsible
players
for
were
the players,
the
Ebron?
players played a horrible game.
But who's responsible for the players, Ebron? Me, you, or who's
I
responsible
think
for the players?
I preceded my comment by saying that the coaches were horrible. I said that. But let's not leave out the players because those 96 yards that were the football field that we accumulated in penalties, the penalties occurring at times when we were about to score touchdowns, those things happened because of the players. The players were not concentrated. There were three things that I talked about all season thus far with this team. Number one is complacency. We get complacent, that's why we commit all those damn penalties. Number two is bad coaching. And number three is penalties. They killed us. They killed us in the Louisville loss. They killed us in today's game. And they literally killed us in Florida State, Notre Dame. But because we were winning and we were being told that we were the best team in the country, we ignored it. As long as winning is the number one thing of the day, we will ignore bad things. We will ignore it. It's just like having a girlfriend and all your friends are telling you, "Hey, man, she's not good," but you you don't see it. You don't see it until you actually find out that the kid's not mine or I have a disease.
Ebron, just one thing,
So
Ebron.
eventually, that's what we have here now.
But Ebron, one thing, not one benching was happened while these penalties. We keep having these penalties, and none of these players get benched at all. Like not even for a second, for a quarter, or nothing. This is just a disciplined bad culture program, and Mario's responsible for all this. We have a bad culture.
Yeah.
Can't disagree with you, I can't disagree with you, Cuban. Can't disagree with you at all. I think you calling it out right. Hey, listen, we're all just we're all just regurgitating what we felt in the last 20 plus years now. We get to a point where we think that we have overcome, and then we find out that we're not there yet. We're not. And there's an ingredient missing off of this team this year, and that ingredient is it's just exactly what you just said. I mean, we just he's allowing guys to commit errors and mistakes, and it cost us. It's going to cost us this season. And listen, I'm just going to go and put all my hurricane material up. I'm going to put it back in the closet.
Nah,
I'm
don't
going to
do
wait.
that. Don't
I'm
do
going to
that.
wait. I'm going to wait till these last four games are over with,
Nah, don't do
and I
that.
hope we don't go to a bowl game. I just, I'm just going to wait until I'm gonna go ahead and just wait until next August again
No,
because
don't
that's
do
where
that.
we're at right now.
Yeah.
Put it up,
Okay.
become Anne Frank in the attic, and write a diary about how you feeling.
Hey, but
Oh, B Brown. Go ahead, Shad. What you got right, Shad?
I was, I was gonna get out of here, but like I said,
Okay.
the camaraderie. Like I say, I know we're gonna do it again, but just appreciate y'all letting me on. I'm
No.
surprised, South Coast, you have not kicked off this LSU fan. It's been an hour, 6 minutes, 52 still on here,
Well,
bloviating about things he knows nothing about. This is not about Brian Kelly and Garrett Nussmeyer. But with that being said, man, peace and love to all y'all, man.
Hold on, one second, Chad. This
No,
is
it's not.
same.
It's not
This
one second.
this is the same guy that said that we had a top 12 defense. I'm never gonna forget that.
All right, guys.
I appreciate you, Shad. Take care of yourself and that family, brother.
Take care of Rocky too.
Give me 5 seconds, Bryce. Katie, that comment, you know, talking about the players are a reflection of their coach or coaches. To go back to remember the Titans, when Julius told Gary, attitude reflects leadership. Bryce, what's on your mind? How you been, bruh?
Doing. Been a minute, man. How you doing?
Oh man, we all living the dream here, baby.
Yeah. Um, I don't even know where to start, man. I'm pretty sure you
Man,
guys already.
Bryce is hurt, man. He's hurting, man. He's hurting real bad.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this is like 2 straight years in a row, bro. I mean,
Yes.
it's 2 straight years in a row where,
It's been 20.
yeah, well, yeah, that too. But I mean, realistically, if you told me that if we lost by 3 against Louisville, knowing that Beck threw 4, which should have been 5 interceptions, I would have called you a liar. If you told me that we lost to SMU, who has the worst passing defense,
Hmm.
I would have called you a liar. But here we are.
I'm
Here,
glad. I'm glad you brought that up, Bryce. I'm
uh,
glad you brought that up because
uh,
I made mention in my mini pregame patio reflection perspectives or whatever that SMU has like probably the second to worst, if not third to worst, uh, pass defense,
yep.
defensive passing stats, pass defense stats.
Uh,
But in the ACC, I don't know about nationally, but I know in the ACC, they're like one of the top rushing defensive teams. They can shut down the rush.
they're very good in
And
rushing defense, and look at the takeaways they've had this season. That's
right,
the reason. That's the reason why a lot of their games. If you look at their wins and losses, that's half of the reason why they have won their games and have lost their games. Like
right.
realistically, they should have never lost to Wake Forest last week. They should have won that game.
But let me give you the explanation. You know what? You know why we didn't pick that up on that? is because Mario's focusing on Nevin Superior and Willis McGahee on the on this going trying to get to the sidelines instead of trying to actually practice and understand football. Mario's in here trying to pick stupid ass battles that make absolutely no sense. You're gonna let DJ Khaled on the field, but you're not gonna let Willis McGahee on the field that put his body on the line. This coach is a joke, man. I'm sorry, if I offend you, Mario fanboys. Man, he's a better coach than this guy, man. This guy is a joke, man. He's trying to be all disciplined. I run all this thing, brother. Right? Hulk Hogan wannabe, but he's a bad coach, man. He's a bad coach. He should just be a recruiting coordinator. And I don't even think he's a good recruiter, but everybody wants to say he's a great recruiter. Like I said, Ebron, I don't know if you heard me. If he was a great recruiter, we should not be in the game with SMU going to overtime 20-20. But
Right.
I could add one more to that.
Florida has good recruits. Right now they're playing Georgia and it's 10-7. That's a good recruit. That's a coach that recruited was a bad coach. We don't have a good recruiting coach. This guy's a joke, man. I'm sorry. But the reason why we cannot focus on these things, Bryce and South Coast, is because Mario doesn't have his focus where he needs to be on the football program.
Exactly. As you can see, Cuban will not be voting for Mario as coach of the year. But no, back to what I was saying real quick.
Nor Mirabal is the best offensive line in the nation because I keep getting those stupid tweets. We have the best offensive line in the nation. And I've been telling you, dumb mother lovers, that we don't. Brian McCaney told you that this guy has horrible coaching techniques. And when I heard him say that, I'm like, no. I am not going to fall for it.
But here's the conundrum. So with the
whoa, what's that word you just used?
Conundrum.
The conundrum.
Yeah.
Wow. That's you learned that from Cuban Kane, didn't you?
Oh man, I'm full of all kind of. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I got a lot of stuff rattling around this melon head. But anyway, here's the conundrum. That okay, so they knew statistically that SMU had a good rush defense, and they also knew that their pass defense sucked limits.
Yeah, it was bad.
And just like Katie just said, and I made mention of it, they have a lot of takeaways on their defense. So my thing is, all right, well, I would have thought, well, maybe we should throw the ball a little bit more instead of running up the middle. But then you start thinking about the takeaways, interceptions, because interceptions have really been the biggest turnover for Miami. But today, you had 40 rushing attempts.
Yep.
4-0
Yep.
against probably the second, maybe third best rush defense in the ACC. But you only attempted 38 passes against probably one of the worst passing defenses. And the way I saw it, from what I saw in the game, and y'all please correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I don't know if I don't know if it's either the passing game was just piss poorly planned and or SMU was on to Dawson's pass play. I don't know what it was, but that SMU pass defense didn't look like they were that bad. They looked kind of medium. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is I would have expected at least 400 yards passing out of Carson Beck and the receivers against the alleged, statistically speaking, damn near worst pass defense in the nation.
It's very easy to guard us, our wide receivers, when you know Carson Beck is going to throw farther than 20 yards.
This is true.
It's just easy. It's easy. All you have to do is dink dunks, just play up close, and you're good. And when they did get beat, they held us. They held them.
And how about that touchdown reception by Ballman in the end zone? It was they were going to they faked.
Yeah, they thought they were going to run, and then they got that easy touchdown. Why don't we do that more? Why don't we fake a run formation and then pass out of it?
maybe a little play action. Because if you go run up the middle 30 something times a damn game, you should open and it actually worked. But I guarantee you that we will not see that play again for the rest of the season.
I said last week we need to do play
Yeah,
action.
yeah.
I said the same exact thing.
We've all.
Well, I gotta say that at the beginning of the game, the passing game vertically was working until JoJo Trader mishandled the ball and the interception took place. Once that interception took place, then Coach Cristobal and he went into the loyalty thing because
Right.
he was trying to protect
Right.
Carson from having more interceptions on his record. And that's what happened. So we started going horizontal with our pass game instead of vertical. I mean, horizontal, we were doing those little wide receiver screens that resulted in 2 and 3 yards. And then instead of going vertical, where the first touchdown we scored was with JoJo Trader. And then when JoJo Trader got an opportunity to catch another pass, he bobbled it and caused an interception, which resulted in a touchdown for SMU.
Yep.
So that's when the vertical game just kind of went back to running up the middle and throwing the horizontal passes. That's what happened.
I hear you, but JoJo, I got on JoJo a lot because his one-handed catches in the offseason. But JoJo is playing good. He had a mistake. This is probably his first time playing this year for real, and you benched him after that mistake. Like, you cannot do that, Mario.
Well, you got to remember though, Cuban. He's been doing that in practice. That's why he hasn't been getting on the field.
I understand that, but you 61. Your offensive line has been messing up a lot, and you don't bench none of them. The center, he is horrible. He's probably the worst center we've ever had in Miami, and you don't bench him. How many false starts and clinches he's having with the football, and you never bench him. You know what I'm saying? This kid had one mistake, and you benched him.
That goes back to the loyalty thing again. Coach Mirabal is his most trusted employee. He's not gonna Mario is not gonna upset Mirabal by sitting his prized positions down.
Man, then he got to get out of here. I'm sorry. If that's the case, Ebron, I'm sorry. Mirabal has to go yesterday because then if you don't want to hold your best friend accountable, then you got to go. Ebron, if I work for you, man, and we were best friends and I'm messing up, I expect you to fire me or reprimand me for messing up. And if you don't, nobody in that business is going to respect you.
Well, we've had that historically with the University of Miami happen. When Al Golden was here, he had a friendship with his defensive coordinator that destroyed him. Then when Coach Rick got here, he had his son who he was loyal to. Now we have Mario, who's being loyal to Beck and Mirabal. And that's why the team suffered.
We got to stop this, man. We got to stop this as a program. We're a homeboy program, right? It's like, hey, if you need a job, if you need anything, just come here and I'll hook it up. Like, this is not a serious program, man. It's not. Mario wants to put blame on Manny for everything, and it's like, man, you're just as bad as he is. Manny brought all of his homeboys, right? The bartender, the linebackers coach. Like, we need to stop this homeboy clicking thing, man. Like, this is not football. You cannot get a guy that could test you like Saban did with Lane Kiffin, right? You're never going to be a serious program.
The homie shopping.
I mean, look at it. I mean, the offensive line has been the albatross around our neck the entire season. Not one player on that offensive line has ever been taken off the field or replaced by a second or third stringer the entire season. But when the wide receivers mess up, they either don't get on the field or they're taken out of the game.
Have you seen how
Now,
much hate I've gotten because I've been real critical of Mirrorball?
or
Or
you
you
listen.
listen.
We all
We
had
all had
blinders
blinders
on, and you
on,
were
and you
right
were
all
right all
along.
along.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, we got
a
It's but this is
lot.
my thing, Ebron. It's like I don't care about this whole being right or being wrong or
No,
anything. No, my whole thing, my and South Coast whole agenda is be objective, have discernment, and use your own eyes. Stop letting all these people from these shows tell you what is not. And it's like, don't believe what I tell you. Believe what your eyes tell you. Believe what, use discernment. A lot of us are grown people. I mean, I don't know how many teenagers I've met in this show, right? Or any shows. And it's like, use your own damn eyes. But no, everybody
right,
wants to listen to all these shows that you got to pay membership to, and it's like, man, we're free over here. We free. We allow you to talk. We might cuss a little bit. We might say some vulgar stuff,
A
right?
little
But
bit.
it's like we allow you to speak, but we get so much hate, and it's like, man, we love this program way too much for all the hate that we get. It's like all we're doing is being objective,
right.
and it's like we get destroyed for being objective. It's like I felt
Cuban
no
Cuban
one more
is
thing,
in
and it's like I
South
just
Coast.
felt bad for South Coast in the summer when he went on Coach Hayes' show and everybody killed him for his opinion that
Oh
he
yeah,
seems and that he's right about. And it's like, man, the man has an opinion and he's using historical information.
yeah.
That's all he's doing. He's not trying to embellish anything. He's just telling you the way things were, and you guys are destroying this man.
Yeah,
But go ahead, Ebro. I'm
listen.
sorry.
That's
That's
we're not
we're not
gonna
gonna
rewrite
rewrite
history.
history.
But
No,
listen, I gotta
I
ask
gotta
this
ask this
question:
question:
What
What
is
is
the
the
outlook
outlook?
for the team from this point forward this season?
you want my
You want my
honest
honest
opinion?
opinion?
Yes.
My honest opinion, and I talked about this in the midseason evaluation because I had the ACC standings and their remaining games, and right now Miami is not going to make it to the ACC championship game. I don't really see. I cannot see Georgia Tech, Virginia, and I'm not, no disrespect to Shad, because I agree with Shad. There's always a chance. There is some. It may be minute, minuscule, but there is a chance. But to me, realistically, there is no way that Georgia Tech, Virginia, Duke, SMU now, which has a game lead on Miami, and Louisville, who has a game lead on Miami. I don't see any way of Miami making it to the ACC championship. And also with and y'all know how Miami is treated in the media. You've seen it. Beginning of the season, they win, greatest team, you was da, da, da. And then Miami loses and they boot us to the curb. And they are not going to take a a 2-loss ACC team into the tournament or the playoffs that didn't make the championship game. You can forget that. Miami done shit the bed against Louisville, and they shit the bed against SMU. Both games they were favored, and they lost.
Yep.
So I think right now, hopefully they can get a bowl game in Florida, and
And
hopefully
hopefully
there's
there's
enough
enough
players
players
that don't
that don't
transfer
transfer
to where
to
they can
where
have
they
a
can have a
decent
decent
showing at the
showing
bowl
at the
game.
bowl game.
That's me.
That's me.
My thing, Ebron, you got to call it. You got to call it. You got to call it and say you got to rebuild. This program has been in the dumpsters for the longest time, right? You have to go the rookie, the freshman, and sophomore route. All you old guys, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to bench you, good luck. But even in the middle of the season, you got to call in and say, I need to start rebuilding for 2 years from now, right? Because I'm going to say we're going to suck next year, right? You got to give it up. I'm going to start Emery, Judd, or whomever at quarterback, and I'm going to have to start developing kids. I'm going to have to start developing my players. We're going to have an empty stadium. We're going to just the Butch Davis method, right? Butch Davis said, "All right, we're going to suck. We're going to do this and that." But when these puppies turn, when they turn to juniors and seniors, you're not going to be able to beat us,
You
right?
probably
Probably
going to have
going to have
empty
empty
stadiums
stadiums
against
against
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Yeah, but it's just you
But yeah,
got to
you're
call
right.
it, man. You got to go ahead and tell all the
Mhm.
old guys back, hey man, we gave you $4 million. Good luck in the NFL. You don't have to come to the games or anything, but we're not playing you anymore. Back, sorry,
Now,
But you have to, E Brown. You have to call it. If in order for Mario to really save his job, he needs to call. Hey, this is a rebuild. Right? We're gonna go ahead and start the rebuild now, and come talk to me 2 years from now, because I have the Miami Mafia money, and I'm here for my money is guaranteed. Miami's too broke to fire me, right? So if I'm the AD, I'm pulling up to Mario's desk and I'm saying, "Hey, start the rebuild." And if you don't, you and Mirabal can go kick rocks.
I mean,
I mean,
because I
because
was
I
going to
was going
say,
to
Miami's got Syracuse, North Carolina State, Virginia Tech, and Pitt. I could see Miami winning only one more game the rest of the season, maybe two. And again, I said this and I'm gonna let Alpaca chime in just a second. I said this back in late August. You know, Virginia Tech and Pittsburgh concern me. Now, most people will probably scoff at that because, well, Virginia Tech, they don't even have a coach, yada, yada, yada. But if you know Miami Virginia Tech series, you know sometimes it really doesn't matter. It's at Virginia Tech and then Pittsburgh. But anyway, long story short, I could I could see Miami losing one, maybe two or three more games, but that's just ballpark. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, no ACC, no playoff, and I guess I need to get started on the next episode of Rise of the Fall. All right, Alpaca, what you
what
got
you
to
got to
say on
Again,
say
that?
on
another one of those.
Apparently
apparently.
so. Go ahead,
Please,
Alpaca.
please, Penn State. Please, some other college, take this fucking bum off of our hands. I don't want to have to pay the 60 million. We can't pay the 60 fucking million. Take this fucking bum. I'm done with football until Jerry Jones fucking dies and fucking Mario gets fired. This is
Well,
ridiculous.
I can tell you right now, nobody around the greater Baton Rouge area wants their ass. I've been trying my ass off, but nobody wants them.
Try to negotiate with the CEO to take
Yeah,
South Coast Mexican and Mario, but then she rejected it.
I I don't. I really
Oh
don't.
shit.
That's. I'm glad y'all brought that up though. I'm gonna give a plug to our good friends at From the Bottom of the Map. Um, Ike and Israel. It's funny y'all say that. They put a video, their little preview video for the SMU game. It was like about an hour before. I think it was like an hour before the game. Anyway, uh, but the title is something like the SMU preview and crap. Let me make sure I get this right. I want to make sure I get this right. Why Mario's name is never mentioned for other coaching jobs. Of course, I left the comment. Well, why do you think they're not mentioning his name? But anyway, and I
Well,
was,
no, this is the thing that I told everybody. Usually, when a coach wins 10 games, they get an extension. Mario won 10 games last year. He did not get an extension. That has to make you. If you don't question that, I don't know what makes what do you want to question?
Well, here's the thing. Uh, he still got what 6 years left.
Yeah, 6 years.
So, and we've talked about this before, and I'm going to say it again. What's the hurry? Why should Mario worry? He got 6 years. He's going to get paid $8 million a year for the next 6 years, regardless if he's at
He's at
Miami
Miami
or
or
Publix
Publix
or
or
Cleveland
Cleveland
or
or
Penn
Penn
State.
State.
And you know what, E Brown, you might get mad at me what I'm about to say, E Brown, but it is what it is. I'm mad we won 10 games last year.
Okay.
Okay,
Go ahead.
go
I'm
ahead.
listening.
Because the 10 games that we won last year was all because of Cam Ward, right? And everybody uses the excuse, oh, we won 10 games last year. We won, and I'm like, come on, man, those were not real 10 games that
Yep.
we won. We really won about 6 or 7 because without Cam, we barely make a bowl game, right? But everybody wants to use. We won 10 games last year. We're on the right track, and I'm like, and I remember asking Coach Hayes
But yeah,
that question. Go ahead.
but Cuban, I know I know what you're saying. You're correct. Last year was Cam Ward's magical year for the Miami Hurricanes, but and then you said that we should go ahead and just start playing the puppies. And since we're going to play the puppies, if we got rid of Mario, all the panelists online here right now, who would you suggest to be the replacement for Mario if that was to eventually happen?
I don't even know who to replace. That's the thing is like I don't know because I don't trust his administration. Right, this is the administration that doesn't do proper, um, you know, uh, scouting and recruiting and interviews for coaches. We hired Manny within 5 seconds. We hired Mario faster than we hired
Yep.
Manny. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we don't do a proper coaching search. I don't know who the proper coach is going to be. It could be somebody from a G5 program. It could be look what Indiana did. They got some guy from James Madison, right?
Yep.
You got to go get a guy that fits the culture, what you want to do, right?
Polish.
What Miami is not this, run the student body left, student body right. I'm stronger than you, brother. We're not that. We talk shit. We slap you in the mouth. We score points. We're flashy. That's the only reason why I like the turnover chain thing because I'm like that is Miami football, unfortunately, right? And it's like we're flashy, we're fast, and it's like we're not fast, we're not flashy, we're not disciplined. We don't play physical. We're none of what Miami actually is. You got to go recruit. You got to go interview a coach that's about that. The only coach that I could see is an Arizona State coach that could probably fit Miami's culture. But
Well,
outside of
I got to disagree about discipline
go ahead.
because Miami, in their heyday when they were winning, we were one of the most undisciplined teams that was out there. We were being flagged for practically everything. You remember the 1991 Cotton Bowl game in Texas? There were 44 penalties thrown against the football team, but we trounced them.
Yeah, but that was on
That's
purpose.
how
That wasn't really, it wasn't okay. I'm sorry. What I mean by discipline, not stupid offsides, false starts, things of that nature. The taunting, yes, we taunted people, but we didn't have undisciplined penalties like false start, offsides. We didn't have stupid penalties like that. We had roughing the passer penalties. We had those type of things, but we didn't have what I mean discipline is like just the simple plays. We didn't do dumb things at Miami.
I like the guy at UCF. I like the guy at USF. I like that. I like that coach.
Golish. That's USF, right? Golish. The one that plays kind of dirty, kind of like Miami should be playing, a little fucking dirty. Yeah, I like that guy. He gets his talent and he raises the level of his talent, which isn't very good. But hell, they're killing it.
Yeah. And honestly, I really think that if they were to get another football coach, that individual should have no ties to Miami. Because the first thing people will say is, "Well, get Ed Reed, get Ken Dorsey." Yada. But what coach, whether it be football, baseball, basketball, lacrosse, whatever, what coach has been successful at Miami that was a former player?
None of them. Snellenberger, Jimmy Johnson. What was the guy from Erickson?
Erickson.
All of those guys were not affiliated or associated with the University of Miami. And they were, you're right.
You need to get a young, hungry,
someone who wants to make their own way in this
world. Like the Golich dude, the dude from South Florida.
Yep.
So like the guy at Indiana. Just one of these young guys who just goes out there, lets it all hang out. and just
I think that
because
that
they're
guy
thick.
from USF, if that guy from USF had the
Had the
University of
University of
Miami
Miami
team
team
today,
today,
he would
he
have
would have
schemed up
schemed up
an
an
offensive
offensive
game
game
plan
plan
for
for
Louisville
Louisville
and
and
SMU
SMU
that they
that
wouldn't
they
have
wouldn't have
stood a
stood a
chance with
chance
us on
with
the
us on the
football
football
field.
field.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna have to be Cuban again. So this is Cuban Kane. I'm not Mexican. I'm not South Coast Mexican. I'm Cuban Kane now. All right, I have to be real now. Okay. Unfortunately, this program is very political.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. Reason why Manny Diaz was hired because of his daddy. Right. Miami owed Diaz some money for tearing down the Orange Bowl, so we hired Manny Diaz. Right. Next, Miami needed money, so they got the Mods brothers in the program, right? The Mods brother put their money in the program and got Mario Cristobal, right? This program is too political, too Cuban. I don't like it, right? And this is coming from a Black Cuban's perspective, right? I don't like what this program is, what it has become. It's become too political. It's become too just too homeboyish, too cultish, right? Um, we're not gonna hire, like the thing that I'm pissed off about, like this fan base got mad at Luke, right? And it's like Luke has been around this program forever. They got
yeah,
mad at Willis. Willis has been around that program forever, even though I don't like the little creature Nevin. Nevin helped this program a lot, and it's like
yeah,
you guys put your the fan base, the admin, the board. You guys are placing your anger at the wrong places, right? And it's like you're gonna keep making bad hires, right? You lost on Lane. You're not gonna get Kenny Dillingham. You're not gonna get Golis because what they're either gonna go to Penn State, Florida, or LSU, right? It's like you're not that type of job, right? So it's like now you're gonna have to study real hard, and you might have to go get an NFL coach because this job is too difficult for a college guy, right?
Mike
Mike
McDaniel.
McDaniel. Mike McDaniel might do good in Miami, and I don't. McGeek is a little bit stupid, but I think he'll do good in Miami, right? But the thing is, it's like you have to understand what this program is, and I don't think anybody in the administration understands. Unfortunately, Manning had a little bit of understanding of what this program was. That's the only guy that I think got it, but he was just too stupid, right? He couldn't put two things together. He needed more time to understand what coaching is, right?
Has all
But
that
has all
job
that job
security but
security
wants
but
to be
wants to be
conservative.
conservative. Yeah, it's like on the job training. It's like you should have never hired him. You should have hired him like second time around. You should have let him go to Temple, let him learn, and then hire him after
right.
Temple, right?
Yep,
You
yep.
probably should have hired Lane Kiffin at the time, and we would not be in this predicament. But Ebron, I'm sorry, it's just this program until you get rid. I mean, the president is one of the homeboys. I hope you know that. It's one of the Moss brother homeboys, right? And one of the Mario Cristobal homeboys. So it's like, unfortunately, Ebron, this program is not gonna. It's not gonna go where it needs to. And one thing that Coach Hayes. I'm sorry to be long winded.
It's okay.
One thing that Coach Hayes said that I wish the program would hire Coach Hayes, right? Coach Hayes said University of Miami needs to take the buses all the way down through 27th Street because when you go down through 27th Street, you hit Little Havana, Little Haiti, Overtown, Liberty City. You go past Trash Pal. You go through every single core part of Miami, right? You get to see the marketing of Miami, but we don't do that, right? We don't market to the city. The school doesn't care about the city. The school doesn't care about the fans, right? Until they start caring about the fans and the city and give the city proper love, nothing is going to change. And it's like even if we fire Mario, we're going to get another homeboy in there, right? And this is like we got to get a new administration, man. If you don't fix this administration, nothing's going to get better. Sorry to be long winded.
No problem. I mean, your points are well taken. I mean, the thing for me is that I think that you got to remember now that Manny Diaz did bring in the coach who just beat us today. he did bring that guy in here, and he was learning. He was getting to the point where he was learning. But we were so desperate for wins that we felt like we needed to bring in another thing. Go ahead, South Coast. You got something?
Yeah, I got late breaking news. The CEO just told me that not only did LSU get rid of the athletic director, the head coach, the offensive coordinator, but they also fired the president of the university. Or he's part of the group. So there's 4 positions opening. So I mean, they could take Mirabal, Mario, Dawson, and
Radkovich.
Rakovic. We consider Rakovic. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that one.
All
That's
we
All
a-
we ask,
that's
all we
still
all
ask
we ask
kosher.
for
for
is a case of high life in return. That's all. Y'all can just keep paying their rent. Y'all they could take over the mortgage. But
But
anyway,
anyway,
But when you like one thing that they did right with Manny, they put somebody to take care of him. They put Ed Reed of chief of staff, right, to make sure that he's not messing up. They did the same thing for Mario with Highsmith, but guess what we did? We let them go. And it's like, no, you guys need a babysitter because you don't know what this program is. You know what I'm saying? Mario, you were a offensive lineman that nobody cared about at Miami.
yep,
You were,
yep.
yeah, you started here and there, but you were nothing serious, right? You and it's just like, man, it's just horrible, man.
Well,
I listen. I know that we're down and out, but I got to disagree with you a little bit about Mario. I think I think the man has I think the man has gotten us to this point where we felt comfortable enough with the team to think that we were good enough to
hold up. Hold up.
compete for a championship.
Wait,
But
Hold,
what?
hold,
I
Hold
just
Ebron,
on, hold on,
hold,
hold on.
hold,
Oh,
hold,
I just
I
can't.
know,
What
Talcos.
the
I'm gonna say one
You
hell?
know,
sentence, Talcos. I'm gonna say one sentence. I'm gonna let it go. Manny Diaz at Duke has a higher winning percentage than Mario at Miami.
I I know. I
Mario can't even
understand.
go outside the
hey, hold,
state and win.
let's okay. In all fairness, guys, let's let Mr. Brown continue what you were saying, sir.
Well, I again, I get what you guys are saying. I understand that we're upset with him, but I mean, the prominence that we were looking for, it it kind of came back a little bit the last 2 weeks, and he we gotta give him a little bit of props and praise for some of the things that he has accomplished thus far, because he made the program now a more like a hotspot for high powered coaches. A high powered coach now will look at this program and go, "Hey, the University of Miami was almost there. Maybe I can take a chance and go there and just take it to the next level." I think that if we went after the guy for USF, if we went after that guy will come here in a heartbeat and take over this program with the players that we have currently. That's what I think. I mean, listen, I'm not going to browbeat Mario because I think
Ebron, you are
he's
crazy,
done a great
Ebron.
thing.
You remember? You
Lost
remember
his
what?
damn mind.
Yeah, you remember Coach Hayes? One caller called it when Mario came. We hired what is it? The whatever coach, the best coaching staff in the nation, right? Every I forgot what it was, right? But when Manny got fired, everybody there's only one person that thought that Miami was not going to do good, and that was Coach Hayes. Everybody else thought, even I thought when Mario came, we were going to win the ACC or win the Coastal, and we didn't. Right? Every what you just said, Ebron, every single coach
Yep.
that we have does the same exact thing. If we had a better coach, this team will win X, Y, and Z. No, man, it's not like that.
No,
The
I
players
don't,
are the same
I don't,
year in and year out. There's
I don't
no
agree with that
difference.
because
Well,
I don't. When who was the guy hired before Al Golden? What was the black guy name? What was his name?
come on, E Brown. You know who it
Randy
is.
Shannon.
You know who
Randy
it is.
Shannon. Randy Shannon. When Randy Shannon took over for the team, listen, I didn't like the hire. but the way we went there, Al Golden took over, came to the scene. We were like, who the heck is Al Golden? Who's that guy? Now when Mark Rick got here, that's when my perception of where we were going to go went a little higher because of what he did at Georgia. But he got sick, and he was loyal to his son, and he eventually left. And then we ended up with Manny because we were desperate, and we hired Manny as he was getting on the plane to go to Temple. We hired Manny. Manny came in, and he put a couple of 6 and 7 football seasons together, and then we decided, hey, we'll go and get the big fish, which was Mario. I think that right now there's only two coaches out there for me, three coaches out there for me that I will look at, that I would say could come in here and just turn this thing around. And they're sitting behind a television. They're sitting on a television set commentating. That's Saban. That's the guy who was at Florida. What was his name? Um, what was his
Billy?
name? Help me out.
Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer.
Oh,
Urban
Urban.
Meyer,
Urban.
Urban Meyer, Saban, and the guy from USF. Those are the only three guys that I think can come in here and get this team to where we're looking for.
Miami. Lane Kiffin's it, dude. Lane Kiffin would be my dream hire.
But I don't think that would. I don't think it's going to happen now. But who knows? Who knows? But E Brown,
Yes, sir.
I'm afraid. I mean, I understand what you're saying about Mario. I can see that, but you know what has Mario built? This is what his fourth year, right? And I
Yes,
mean, what has Mario built? In my opinion, he
well,
hasn't really built anything because let's look at okay, his first season 5-7. Okay, most first seasons are pretty bad. Second season, 20 and 23, he went 7-6, and then last season he went 10-3, only because of the fact that Cam Ward was under center.
but the
Okay,
South Coast would Cam Ward have even considered Miami if Mario wasn't here? He would never
Mario.
consider.
Yes. Yes. If Manny was here, he could have. I mean, you got to remember, Manny was considered the Portal King, right? He got De'Ara King, that was the most coveted quarterback at the time, right? Like this is one thing that our fan base keeps forgetting. This is Miami Hurricanes. We could get anybody that we want. It's not Mario who's doing whatever he has to do. It's the money and the city. It has nothing. None. I don't think Manny was a good recruit. I don't think Mari's a good recruit. I don't think Rick or any of these guys are good recruiters. It's Miami. You're gonna. It's like you're gonna get good talent regardless. You're not doing. None of these coaches are doing anything special when it comes to recruiting. It's just. And yeah, we could have got Cam without Mario because it's whoever's gonna give the most money.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I mean, I'm sure Mario spoke a good game at the steakhouse, the club, wherever they had their negotiations at with Cam, and that would have been true with any coach. But came to Miami because of the money. He was going to the highest bidder because Cam knew in the back of his mind that he was going to be able to, as long as he got on the field with a decent team, he was going to be all right. And last year's success, if you want to call it that, 10-win season, which could have easily been a 7-6 season without Cam. And then, we're looking at this season, Miami 6-2. All right. But in the last 2 years, you know, maybe three. But I mean, what's really, I mean, from from a football standpoint, what we see on the field, the game day product, okay, all this other noise, recruiting, and I just throw all that out the window. What do we see? Do we see anything different on the field in the
Same
grand scheme of
damn team.
things?
Same damn team.
I don't. Yeah, you had Cam Ward last year. You bought the young man. You got Mr. Beck. You bought that young man. Okay. And we've talked about this many times, but at what point does Mario Miami stop buying players and start developing players? Because yeah, Emory can be a decent quarterback, but if something happens to Beck, what do you do?
Well, I could say this. I can say this, South Coast. We're now going to see what type of coach Mario really is.
I think
Because,
we already have.
well, but today, but you're really going to see it because today on the sideline, you saw public, a public outburst between he and the offensive coordinator. You saw Beck. We seen Beck get frustrated on the football field. We even seen the punter get frustrated on the football field. So if those guys are frustrated, you know that there's frustration permeating throughout the team right now.
And that's
So,
why if
so we're gonna see. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I don't want to interrupt it, but just to I don't want to cut you off because you're making a really good point. Yeah, I saw it. It was out there. And when I saw Shannon doing what he was doing with Mario, regardless of what they were talking about, whether it was the offensive line not blocking, why I don't know. I guarantee you Shannon Dawson will not be here next season if he makes it through the rest of the season because I guarantee you Mario's ego is going to say, brother, brother, you out of here. It's
Well,
one
Shannon,
thing,
Shannon Dawson, Shannon Dawson needs to be out of here.
but
The guy,
No,
the
no, no,
guy.
no, no, no. We got. Sorry, E Brown. We got to stop this. We got to stop this. We got to
I mean,
stop
come
this,
on. I
E
mean,
Brown. E Brown. We did this last. Hold one second, E Brown. The year before this, we gave Gidry an extension. We said he was one of the best DCs in the nation. Then 1 year later, right, the Mario
he
recruits
was a
came
paper
in.
liar. He was a paper
No, no, he was
liar.
not a paper line. What happened is Mario did a piss poor job in recruiting and could not replace Cam and James Williams and Leonard Taylor, right? And Roberts and what's it, Harrison Hunt and Flag and so on and so forth.
right.
What happened was Mario is a shitty recruiter and he wasn't able to recruit players for a Gidry scheme, right? That happens, right? Now everybody wants Dawson gone. Dawson had the best offense in the nation last year because he had Cam Ward, right? What happened was Mario cannot. I've been trying to tell you guys, Mario cannot recruit. Mario does not recruit the players that fit Dawson's system. You seen what Dawson's offense looks like when he has his players. It's the best in the nation. He had Manning recruits. He had George. He had Xavier. He had all Rivers. He had all these Manning recruits, right? That he did well with. Mario cannot recruit. Everybody wants to put the blame on these assistant coaches when it's not the assistant coach's fault. It's the head man's job to get the players that fit the scheme, and he's getting players that fit Michigan's scheme. The reason why we went 5-7 the first year is because you had a bunch of spread players and you wanted to run a I formation type of scheme. Stop blaming these offensive defensive coordinator. Mario is doing a piss poor job of recruiting the players that fit the scheme for the particular coach. If you are going to run a power I football, get nothing but power I players, get running backs and run a 4-5 or 4-8 and things of that nature, receivers that only block and you will be good. Do not blame this on Dawson. Dawson's not allowed to run his plays. Why you think You need to point that figure at Mirabal. Mirabal is running this damn program with Mario. They're running the same offense that they're running. You've seen Dawson when he gets creative. You've seen how open his offense is, right? Stop blaming these offensive defensive coordinators. This is Mario doing a piss poor job at recruiting, at getting players. Y'all have to stop that shit. Firing these coaches every single year instead of putting the responsibility on the head coach.
Yeah,
That's
and
Well, if
why
you
Dawson got mad in the game. That's why he started yelling at Mario. He
right,
was like, "Dude, let me run my offense." Mario's like,
and
"No," and he said, "Sorry, Daddy."
and that's one thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Oh, yeah, because it to me it when we saw that shot of Shannon having a discussion, an enthusiastic discussion at that with Mario, it kind of got me going. Yeah, so the three-headed monster is real. I kind of agree with QB. Uh, I think Dawson does have one of his hands in the cookie jar also. I just think that, and we talked about it the other day, I believe last year Ward Cam just audibled out of those plays. And Beck, I don't think Beck is. Now, I think really, I mean, when it comes to play calling, you're naturally going to put that on the shoulders of the OC. But with the three-headed monster we have at Miami, there's no telling. We don't know. We can just speculate. I mean, I I don't have a doubt that Mario and Mirabal, Tweedledee and Tweedle Dumbass, I think they're the head guys, and I do think Dawson has part of it too. But regardless of the fact, to what Cuban was saying, and I think I talked about this a while back. Me personally, I don't care what you run. All right, if you want to run West Coast, if you want to run, you know, old school Big Eight football, if you want to run Big Ten, I don't care. But you got to get the right players. If you're gonna do a job, you got to have the right tools in your toolbox to do that job.
that's
Don't.
you. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, and it just seems like they, when it comes to recruiting, they go for the stars, even though 4 out of 10 recruits leave. And I'm real curious now what that transfer portal is going to look like come near the end of the season. But
I mean, I don't care about the trend. I don't care about the kids who want to leave and transfer because they. I don't care about that. That's not the point. The point with me is that Dawson knew that Mario was going to have control over the team when he took the position. It was up to him to put a scheme together with the players that he had before him that could produce winning. That's why I'm. That's why I said that. If you look at every one of our games this year, every one of our games this year, with him calling the plays, was exactly the same, the exactly same scheme. Let's run up the middle first and second down. Let's throw the horizontal pass to the wide receiver on third down. Every single opportunity the offense had to be on the field. When we went vertical, we were successful in the Florida State game. When we did the play with Fletcher goes up the middle, turned around, tossed it back to back, he threw it to Malachi for the touchdown.
right,
That was one of his plays. That was one of his scheme plays. He took the position knowing that Mario was going to be in control over how things were ran.
or
He should have. It was his responsibility as an offensive coordinator with all that power to come up with schemes that fit the players, even though they were not his players or players according to the Cuban, his players. He should have developed a scheme that would result in productivity, which equals winning. And he didn't, and he hasn't done it. Last year, Cam Ward came from Washington State, where he was considered an interception nightmare, a turnover nightmare.
Right.
He came here. He came to the University of Miami to increase his stock to get into the NFL. He said he came here for money. No, he came here to make himself look better for the NFL, which resulted in him getting more money. And that's exactly what happened. You know why? Because Dawson schemed an offense around he and the running back who went to Seattle and those wide receivers who he had. He had a scheme. He developed a scheme that worked perfectly. He should have done that this year as well. Because what we were seeing the last 7 games was ugly. It was ugly. So let's not try to blame it all on Mario because, like I said, I cannot browbeat Mario because the man in the last 2 years has given us an opportunity to see what we all grew up as Hurricane fans to see. He gave that to us because it was missing for darn near 20 years. I almost cursed with darn near 20 years.
The hell you talking about, E Brown? E
And
Brown, do I need to tell you the stat again? Manny
We're just allowed
Diaz.
to play our players now. That's the only difference.
Go ahead, Alpaca. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're allowed to give money to these kids. We don't have to worry about anything holding over us or nothing. We can pay them.
Listen,
E Brown,
when Manny Diaz was here, we were worried about whether or not we were going to beat Toledo. We were worried about whether we were going to beat Tennessee State. We were worried about whether or not we were going to beat the team out west that plays out in the mountains.
and nothing has changed, E Brown. We worried that we're going to beat Louisville. We're worried they're going to beat SMU. We're worried we're going to beat Middle Tennessee State. You do know that Manny. Hold on 1 second. You do know Manny got Miami to the ACC championship game in year 2, right? You do know that. Then the ACC screwed us by putting Notre Dame in there because of the stupid COVID thing, right? Mari's nowhere near getting close to the ACC championship game. You know what I'm saying?
Also, Al Golden got Miami to the ACC game in
Al Golden
2012
got us there
in the second year.
Rick got us there in the second year.
Yeah.
No, I don't want. I don't know what you're seeing that what Mario is doing is anything different. One thing Mario does good and great, and I tell everybody, he could win big games. He knows how to do that. He's going to fool you. He's gonna be that girl. Oh, looks pretty in the club, but when you take her home, she has the nastiest attitude on the face of this earth, and she probably has BBL, and she takes her shirt off, and you see her gut and everything. You're like, what the hell is? And the makeup comes off. You're like, what the hell is this girl? That's what Mario is.
You just brought it home there. You brought it home.
Yeah, Mario's that good-looking girl. When you take her home and she takes her makeup off, you're like, what is this monster?
I got you. Good point. Good point, man. Good point.
It's just like I said, Ebron. It's just rinse and repeat, man. This man he's not doing anything special. The only thing special he's doing again is he's beating the big time programs. Yes, we'll give you that. But you cannot beat the Georgia Techs, the North Carolinas, the Louisvilles. These are the South Coast has a soul. It's called Rise of the Fall, right? Rise of the Fall. It's the same shit every year with this program. He is not doing anything special. He just got saved last year by Cam Ward. Cam Ward, he needs to give half of his salary to Cam Ward.
Now listen, I'm not trying to say that Mario doesn't have a lot of responsibility in what has happened. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, at the same time, we need to recognize that he did do some positive for the program in the years that he's been here. That's what I'm saying.
I guess my question to you is, what is the positive? Hold on 1 second. What is the positive? I want to hear these positives. I got to call you out. I'm sorry. What is this?
Well, before in the last 4 years, in the last 2 years, I'm going to go the last 2 years because the first 2 years we were not considered a perennial football team. But the last 2 years, we've been considered a perennial football team where I know it's the voting and all that in the AP polls and stuff like that. But we've been positioned in the polls the last 2 years in the top 10 to be a top 10 team the last 2 years. You got to give him. You got to give him props for that. You just
He
can't
watches way
overlook
too
that.
much ESPN.
But at the end of the season,
Ebron, you're being one of the things that you call out on people. You're being one of those nerds, one of those football nerds. Those you're being one of them, Ebron. You do
Am I
know
am I pontificating real bad?
you're pontificating horrendously, Mr. Ebron. Because if you think about it, we have not won a bowl game since Mark Richt. He has not done anything special. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. He's not doing. He has not taken us to any levels. The only level that he's doing is he's winning the big game, but he's being horrible at the shitty games.
all right. I have a question for E Brown, and I'm not picking on you, E Brown. I
No, no,
really
no. Go
enjoyed
ahead.
this
Go ahead.
discussion.
Go ahead.
I'm
I'm
enjoying this
listening.
discussion, and while y'all were, bloviating and pontificating, uh, let me ask you this question: is there, in your opinion, Mr. Brown, and y'all let Mr. Brown talk? 2023 and this year 2025, what is that? Do you notice, have you seen is there a difference between 2023 and 2025 with this Miami
A,
offense?
a marked difference, and the difference starts with the quarterback position. Number one, in 2020, was it 2023? You say in
Yes.
2023, we were not engrossed in the NIL with our quarterback. In 2025, the NIL has played a pivotal part in the last 2 years on the football team acquiring the talent that would make us look like have a winning football team offensively. Okay, so yes, I see a great difference. In 2023, we had TVD. In 2024, in 20 last year, we had Cam Ward, number one draft choice.
Right.
This
Well,
year we had, and this year we had the Beck.
okay. Let's
So,
take Cam Ward out the equation because he's kind of the anomaly.
mhm.
Let's take him out. But 2023, all right, you had TVD, Tyler Van Dimes.
Yep.
He threw for 2,700 yards in 11 games.
1 second, and he was projected to go top 10 in the NFL draft.
Yes. He threw for 19 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Okay. As of right now, through 7 games, Carson Beck has thrown for almost 1,700 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. So, it's going to be. I don't know if he got 4 games left. If he averages 200, 300 yards that he has been, that's only 800 yards, let's say, total, which is still going to be only 2,500 yards passing. So it's kind of, what I'm getting at is it's kind of like you're seeing the same thing that you saw with Tyler Van Dyke. When it came to rushing in 2023, Parrish in 11 games had 625 yards rushing. Now, Fletcher got about 500 yards rushing his rookie season. Then you had Chaney with 478 yards rushing in 11 games. Fletcher did it in only 10 games. AJ Allen had 9 games where he had 361 total yards rushing. Okay, all right. Oops, I don't want to. I don't want to share it. So right now, as far as rushing goes, now this is not going to include the. I don't know if it's got the game today. I think it. Yeah, seven. No, it does not have today's game included for this year's stats. So right now, through the first 7 games, Mark Fletcher is the leading rusher with 552 yards. Shalimar, Marty, Mr. Brown, through 7 games, he's got 243 rushing yards. So it looks like, I mean, I don't have time to do the math, but just eyeball test. It looks like so far, this statistically wise, and if I'm wrong, y'all please let me know because I'm not trying to be right. I'm just bringing up the information
No, math doesn't
that,
lie. There, you're right. You're right.
you know,
Math doesn't lie.
and looking at this year so far versus 2023, it's looking the same to me. It is.
And the
Uh,
reason that is South Coast is because in 2023 the responsibility wasn't shared amongst multiple running backs the way it is now. We have more talented running backs on the football team today than we did back in 2023.
Well, hold on. Where do you get this most talent thing from? Where are you getting this from?
Come on now, you
You
really
really
think
think
that,
that
that in
in
2023
2023
there was a
there was a
running back
running back
on our
on our
football
football
team more
team more
talented
talented
than
than
Lyle
Lyle
and
and
Fletcher?
Fletcher?
What has Lau done? Outside of this is Ebron, you're being one of those fans you talking about.
No, no, no,
Outside of
no.
the
I'm
Wake
not.
Forest, hold on one second.
I'm,
Outside of the Wake Forest and USF game, what has Lau done at this program?
okay.
Okay,
Well, let's
let's
eliminate
eliminate
Lyle.
Lyle.
What
What
about
about
Brown and
Brown and
Fletcher?
Fletcher?
Fletcher, I'll give it to you, but Fletcher's just like every other back that has no vision.
Credit outside to score a touchdown in this game. He was
He was
trash.
trash.
right
Right
now,
now,
Lyle
Lyle
in four
in 4
games,
games,
68
68
rushing
rushing
yards.
yards.
That's not
That's
counting
not counting
today.
today.
Now,
Now,
is that a judge of his talent?
talent?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
That's what
That's
he
what he
has.
has.
But this is what my thing with Ebron is Miami's talent at running back, receiver, so on. It's the same thing. Nothing changes. We don't have a Willis McGahee on. Ebron. Sometimes I wonder if you're an old man or you just started watching the Canes for 20, 30 for 30 or something. Because
But
if
but
you're a
Tyler,
real
but
Canes fan,
but
you know
Cuban,
these are not real Canes running
Cuban,
backs.
listen to this.
Cuban,
Cuban, let me say this. In
In
2023,
2023,
the
the
first
first
game of
game
the
of the
year,
year,
we
we
went
went
to
to
Atlanta
Atlanta
and
and
played the
played the
Alabama
Alabama
Crimson
Crimson
Tide.
Tide.
Yep,
What
What
happened in
happened
that
in
game?
that game?
we got destroyed.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa.
whoa.
You talking about
You talking about
2023?
2023?
2023.
2023.
No, sir.
No,
Was
sir.
that
Was that
23 or
23 or
2022?
2022?
Must have
22.
been
Must have been
22.
22.
Okay, it was
2022
2022
was
was
Miami of
Miami of
Ohio.
Ohio.
Okay.
Texas
Okay. Texas
And
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 remember,
remember.
and
go ahead,
Go
Timber.
ahead,
South.
son. I'm sorry.
I don't mean
Yeah,
to
but
be
this is
like
one
that.
thing you forget. Cheney, Rooster were good running backs.
Yeah.
They had good performances out. Yes, Miami played horrible against Alabama. Everybody holds that one game against Manning, the turnover chain, that one game. But nobody wants to call it when we were down 27-3 against Florida State. The turnover chain came down when we were down, and we were down by all those points and we won the game, right? But nobody wants to bring that up. But if you look at the running back production of how Rhett Lashley was scheming these guys on open wheel routes and things of that nature, the running backs are the same every single year. The only time I think we had a bad set of running backs was when Mario brought in Parrish and all these other running backs that were bad. But outside of that, Brown, these running backs are the same year in and year out. There's no abundance greater. There is no game breaker. First, I think somebody said our running backs have not broken for 20 yards yet. They haven't gone on a 20-yard scamp yet. Like everything has been the biggest gain that a running back has done this year is probably like 15 yards or something like that. But nobody has broken out for like a 30-yarder, 50-yarder run yet. That's crazy.
I miss Dick Johnson.
So
Again,
Mr.
Mr.
Burrow,
Burrow.
the
The
reason
reason
why
why
I
I
bring
bring
up
up
23
23
and
and
25
25
is, in my opinion, you take the anomaly, Cam Ward out, and nothing has changed. Now, Maybe Dawson's calling some plays. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Honestly, I cannot say. But since he's been here, since 2023, things have basically looked the same. That's all I'm saying. Now, I didn't even look at 2024, but again, we know that 2024 was basically Cam Ward. Yeah, he had the 4,300 yards passing, 39 touchdowns in 13 games. Well, actually 12 and a half. But as far as rushing goes, you had Damian Martinez had 1,000 yards. Fletcher had 600. Jordan Lyle had 400. And that was basically your big three hitters. I mean, Cam had a couple of hundred, with his running ability, but you basically had three decent runners. Okay. And again,
That's my point. And now, can you just based on what we're talking about? We're talking about from 2022 to 2025.
Oh, you want to do 22?
2023. I'm sorry.
23. Yeah.
If we look at the 2023 football team,
right?
Do you honestly believe the 2023 football team would have beat Notre Dame that first game of this year?
Ebron, it's not about that, Ebron. You got to be consistent without.
You got to
be consistent. Hold on, Ebron.
That's what we're comparing.
No, Ebron. Yes, like we've said, Mario's going to win you those big games, right? But Mario's not going to win you these SMU Louisville games, right? It's great, like we said. Mario's a good big game coach. That's what he is, but he's not consistent. You're basing it off one game. You cannot. This is not a one season game. This is a.
He won the Louisville game last year. So
Cam Ward won that game. I wish the Canes fans would eliminate last year's results. That doesn't count. That was an anomaly. I hope everybody understands that. That was fake. That wasn't what you saw last year was not real. Remember, because you said we were number 12 ranked defense last year, right? And that was not real. You know what I'm saying? Anything you saw last year was not real. Erased what happened last year. That didn't count. What counts is this year. When you don't have the Heisman Trophy winner at quarterback, this is what you look like. Mario's going to win you the Notre Dame game. He's going to win you a Florida State game, a Florida game, big games. But he will lose against Georgia Tech, Virginia, SMU, Louisville, Georgia Tech. He sucks at that. He's a very inconsistent coach. Yes, you're right about your answer. That 2023 would not have beaten Notre Dame, right? But no matter what, Mario's going to lose to Syracuse. No matter what, Mario's going to lose to Georgia Tech. Mario's going to lose to a team with no quarterbacks.
And those are the things that I agree with you guys with. I agree with you with that. I agree with you about the losing to those teams that we should have won. Louisville and SMU this year. We play Louisville. We play SMU today with a quarterback with a broken ankle, and he still won the game.
Exactly.
Those are the games that we should have won, and because of inconsistent coaching, players committed crazy penalties, and then we could becoming complacent about our potential to score points.
Right.
And we lose the football game.
And that seems to be a trend amongst Miami for a while. Oh, I don't know. It is what it is. Guess they didn't execute properly. I don't know.
In other words, the question that I posed about an hour ago about where do we go from here with this year's team, like Cuban said, we just need to go ahead and dismantle the structure the way it is now, and just put the young guys in and see what we have. Because I don't think we have a snowball chance in hell of getting to the ACC championship game. And with today's loss, they're definitely not going to put us in the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll be lucky to be in the top 20.
They're definitely not going to do that.
Who
Now,
cares if we're ranked?
yeah, exactly. We're not gonna be in
Well,
anything.
ranking uh, will constitute whether or not you get into the playoffs. Now, remember that now.
We're
Ranking
not
is
getting
Yeah.
important.
anything
Now,
now.
Not
You're
anymore.
high as fuck.
Yeah, Ebron, you're
you
still
listen.
reading newspaper,
The
Ebron. You're
the
still looking
four
at
the
no.
four conference winners get automatic bids, correct?
We're not going to the ACC.
No, no, you keep going. You're right. Yes, go, keep going,
That's
Ebron. You're
correct.
right.
Am I correct about that?
Yep, you're correct.
And the one Notre Dame is going to get an at-large vote,
Correct.
and so is the
The
USF
ACC,
and
the
Memphis
SEC
winner
runner-up, the
going to
SEC runner-up,
get a vote. Correct.
the
So the
SEC
other
runner-up
teams
is
are
going to
going to
get
be selected from those who are in the top 10.
no. The SEC is going to get a runner-up, right? The Big 12 is going to get one in. Then they're going to get another SEC program. They're going to get about three Big 10 programs in there, and maybe one ACC team in there. Right now, one second after the game.
Teams are
One second, Ebron.
Ohio
One second.
State,
Yeah,
Indiana,
Ohio State, Indiana,
and that's it.
Oregon.
Oh
Ohio
yeah,
State,
Oregon.
Indiana, and Oregon. Yes, and then that's
Okay.
three,
And then
right?
the
Then you have the
SEC
SEC. Yeah, you're gonna have Texas A&M, Bama,
Ole Miss,
UGA, Ole Miss. That's 4 teams, and they have
Alabama,
Texas. Yeah,
Georgia.
Alabama. Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's 9 teams right there, right? And they're saying that Texas has a 50% chance of getting in there, right? So you're at 9 teams now, right? You're gonna get one ACC team. That's 10. You're gonna get a big 12 team. That's 11, and then you get Notre Dame. That's 12.
Wait a minute, Coach Cuban. Did Vanderbilt win today?
No, they lost. Texas beat them.
All right.
Well,
The last I looked, Louisville was losing to Virginia Tech.
It doesn't matter, Ebron. We just named the. All right, so let's do this again. SEC, right? You have Texas A&M, you have Alabama, Georgia, and who else? Who was the other 4th team?
Ole Miss.
And Ole Miss. That's 4, right? That's stop right there. You got 4. Now let's go to the Big 10. Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon. How much is that, South Coast?
That's 3. That's 7.
that's 7 altogether.
That's 7, right? One ACC team. One Big 12 team. Then you have Notre Dame.
That's
You have-
10.
You have, and then probably have 2
USF.
Oh, that's right. You got one of those programs. You have USF, BYU, or Utah, right? Now you got one more spot. You think that spot is going to go to the number 12 team? Hell no. Simple math, Brian. You're a smart man.
It all depends on whether you're in the top 10 or not. They're not going to include you in the top 10.
Damn, I wish I was.
They're not going to include you for the playoffs if you're in the top 10.
Not the AP poll. You got the playoff ranking. Because you can have a Memphis at 24. And if they win their conference, boom, they knock somebody out.
They are 11 and 12. They get the 11 and 12 spot.
But what we're talking about, we're not even going to be Pittsburgh. We're not even going to be in the top 25.
Yeah.
My argument is not trying to place Miami into the playoffs.
Right.
My argument is that you've got to be one of those top 9 teams in order to get into the playoff, be considered for it. And we're not.
Right. Plus, you also have to understand, E. Brown, let's say Miami just continues, finish out the year 10-2. So a 10-2 ACC team compared to a 2-loss SEC school.
No, a 2-loss Notre Dame team. because Notre
Notre
Dame, we
Notre
beat Notre
Dame
Dame.
Notre Dame gonna be in there regardless. But what I'm saying is conference wise, if you take a two-loss ACC school and they had to choose between a two-loss ACC school and a two-loss SEC school, who you think they're gonna take?
Oh, they're going to take the SEC school all day.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like with the ACC, if unless you win the conference championship game, you probably hard pressed to get in unless you have two undefeated or say you have a Georgia Tech and a Virginia. All right. And let's say Virginia beats Georgia Tech, and that's Georgia Tech's only loss. Well, yeah, you'll probably get Georgia Tech and Virginia.
Yes.
But if
If Virginia loses,
they're out.
you're only going to get Georgia Tech.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, maybe if you had just one loss, but you know, it's a tough hill to climb for ACC schools, you know. Oh, but yeah, with Miami having two losses, and that's just right now. We still got four more games, and God knows what the mentality of this team's going to be like, you know. So, yeah,
It's
And then you have Beck that is not a good leader. Me and South Coast. I'm sorry, you called them sloth, slid the sloth,
Sid this long,
Sid the sloth, right? Like
and
he
I got
has,
I got
I got
ridiculed for
ridiculed for
that.
that.
yeah.
Isn't that
He had,
Angela Reese?
was that alpaca?
Isn't that
Isn't that
Angela
Angela
Reese
Reese
in the
in the
cloth?
cloth?
Yeah, they're both the same. But it's just like I, I love last season, but I hate last season because Cam Ward was so great. He showed so much leadership, right? It's like that is what you want from your quarterback. And now we have Tyler Van Beck, as quarterback. We're back into the same bull crap, right? And it's like Mario, you found out what this program needed. It needed a spread type of system with, a quarterback that is. I'm not trying to be racist, but a black quarterback or an agile quarterback that could move around in the pocket, like this guy that I know named South Coast Kane said, hey, Emery, not Emery, who was it? Who was your guy? Brown,
Jakari,
Jakari, right?
yeah,
Jakari Brown could have been good here, but no, you guys want to be
Come
idiots.
on, come on, Cuban, come on, Cuban.
Could have. We don't know. We don't develop.
The man
We
was
don't
a
develop.
good quarterback, man. Come on.
let's look again. When it came to Jakari Brown, everybody missed unfairly judged Mr. Brown based on that Pinstripe Bowl, when in fact that was the first time he had played since like the season opener. So he had like the whole, or it might have been the first time he played all season. I don't know. But what I'm getting at is a lot of people judged Mr. Jakari Brown based on that Pinstripe Bowl when he had no time in. So
But
he
South
was
Coast,
rolling. Yeah.
South Coast,
Yes,
he
sir.
competed with Tyler Van Dyke, and he couldn't get on the football field. He competed. He
Uh,
competed. He competed with the kid that came from Ohio
Kid
State.
we
What was
that
his
came from
name?
Ohio
Who
State. What
was
was his
who
name?
was the offensive coordinator?
What was that kid's name
What was
that
the kid's name
came
that
to
came
came
to
to came
Hold on,
here
E
from
Brown. Who
Ohio
was
came
State?
from
who
Ohio
was the
State?
offensive coordinator? E Brown.
Gaddis.
Gaddis.
What has Gaddis done since then? Like this is
Listen,
what
Gaddis,
you're
Gaddis,
not.
Gaddis would have been a
Gaddis would have been a
detriment to Cam
detriment to
Ward.
Cam Ward.
That guy was
That's
horrible.
on but this is the thing, man. That's on the head coach for hiring coaches that are not respect or are not good for the program. You
I
need to
agree with
protect
you.
the program. You need these coaches need to protect the program. Like
I
and
agree with
like I
you.
said, I hate saying this. The only thing that Manny Diaz got right after the what you call it, the Louisiana Tech game, and he got rid of the guy with the it was raining Enos. He got rid of Enos. He
Yep.
said, "This is the last time we ever run this type of offense. From now on, Miami is only going to run the spread option, the spread formation, right?"
And he
And
brought
he
in
brought
Rick
in
Nash.
Rick Nash.
And he brought Red Lash in. Our offensive change and everything. But then Mario comes back in here and wants to run this power eye, pro set football, and it's like that is not Miami football, man. You got to understand the kids in South Florida. You got to understand what kids want to run. They want to run the fun stuff, right? But you don't want to do that. You want to be this hardcore core guy that I don't know, man. It's just Mario will do better at Penn State. He's not a Miami guy.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to tell people that. He's not a Miami guy.
Please, Penn
Please,
State,
Penn
take
State,
him.
take him.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, it's almost like the good old days. It's 2.5 hours. But the fact of the matter is, what's up, Trucker Abdullah? I think we've seen you here before. I don't remember. I think so. Your name sounds familiar, but it's a bitch getting old. I can barely remember what I did 5 minutes ago. Oh, but regardless of how you slice it, dice it, saute it, or bake it, you know, nothing's really changed this season. Everything's still the same. Oh, and to before we wrap this up and everybody get final words in, I have to. I like Cubans thinking of let the young guys get in, but unfortunately, since Miami's paying Carson $4+ million to be here, I really don't think the powers that be are going to want to see $4+ million sitting on the bench. I'm just saying.
You'll destroy the football team if you did that.
Well, not only
What
that,
other program is destroyed? What else you want? Hey,
I just saying the
What I'm talking about from a future aspect. You
what
already
future?
have kids who are.
Well, you're
leaving
going for the
other
future, E
programs to
Brown.
come here.
E Brown, you're
If
playing
you
for
start
the
losing
future.
games, they're gonna leave.
E Brown, you're playing for the future. That's what you're
What's the
doing.
difference between throwing 4 million on the bench and throwing an interception? What's the difference?
What's the difference?
well,
I missed that.
he asked, "What's the difference between having $4 million on the bench or $4 million on the field messing up?" Well, I'm going to say nothing. I mean, honestly, I agree with almost said South Coast, but South Coast Mexican Cuban. Okay, I agree. I think it's time. Look, let the young guys get in there. Okay, but unfortunately, since money talks, and somebody or some group of people have foot the bill for this $4 million. Okay, they're not going to let Carson sit on the bench regardless. That's just my opinion.
South Coast, are you a head coach or you're a substitute teacher? What is this? Are we playing kickball out here? Like, what is this? You can't play. You can't. I mean, I'm sorry. This is now professional football, right? Like, okay, whatever. You got to tank. You got to. The reason why we're in this predicament, South Coast, we should have been playing Emory a long time ago.
Oh, I agree.
Should have played Emory a long time ago, and you did not.
But you were just talking about the folks that run Miami. I just
they're not going to let that happen.
That's what I'm afraid of. I mean, I hope. I mean, yeah. Look, I would love to see Emory and Judd get out there next week against Syracuse. Let Beck sit down for a little while. I'd love to, but man, I don't. Really, it's not so much the financial gurus in charge, but I don't know if Maribel will let that happen. I don't know. But Maribel will let that happen. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I wish they would, let I mean, you're not going anywhere but maybe to the whatever that bowl game in Orlando is going to be called. Whatever it is now, Camping World, Cheez It, whatever, Pop Tart. I don't know. But
Ebron, this is the thing, man. You have to, some adult in this program has to tell one of these coaches, we need a rebuild, right? All these coaches that have come to this program, Oh, we're gonna, and it's funny because I would always ask this question to South Coast when I joined the show. Is this a remodel or a rebuild? I've been adamant about that. That has been my whole thesis for this program. Is
And
this a remodel or a rebuild?
you
You
remember
have
what
to
I
do the
told
rebuild one day. You have to.
remember what I told you? I said you can only put so much spackling on that drywall before you have to just put a new piece of drywall up.
Wow.
And I think that's where Miami is right now. They've put so much spackling on this drywall, NIL, transfer portals, transfers out, transfers in. Nothing's really been developed. Okay.
Spackling on the wall. You know what? You know what, South Coast?
What's
That
that?
is that is better than Johnny Cochran saying, if it doesn't fit,
It
you must have
must have
quit.
quit. That's right. That's right. But no, I mean seriously, you again that and that's what's happened. The kids have come in and put holes all in the wall. Okay. And you got so much Bondo in the Pinto fender, you just got to replace the fender. You ain't got no metal left. Okay. And I believe that's where we're at.
1 second before you and Ebron, I guess you need to answer the question. What should be done? What for the future of the program, for the health of the program? What would you do?
if if it were me, I would be concerned about what happened today on the football field, on the sideline and on the
No, no, no,
football
no.
field.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. What will you do? What is your plan
That's my
going
plan.
forward?
My plan was to address the issues, the things that took place on the sideline and on the football field today. Number one, the first thing on the football field. Let's talk about the football field. I would concentrate on Coach Mirabal. Why the heck are we continually having all these penalties in critical times of the game? Concentrate on that. Then I would have what happened on the sideline. I would find out. I would get with my offensive coordinator and find out what was the frustration all about. You know what? I'm going to let you do what you need to do in order to bring the offense to the forefront. That's those are the two things that I would attack first of all. Then I would try to get my leaders on the football team together. Go, hey, listen, we need to keep the spirit up on the football team so that we can continue to win games for the rest of the year. We don't want to lose going into this losing doldrum where we go and lose against Syracuse and North Carolina State and then eventually Pittsburgh. That will destroy the football team. Carson Beck, I will have a conversation with Carson Beck because Carson Beck is looking to go to the NFL. You cannot bench that guy and put him on the sideline and destroy his opportunity to go to the NFL because no other prominent quarterback in the college ranks will come to the University of Miami if we were to go after them to bring him here. Because hey, look what you did to Carson.
You know what
Those
these
are the things
kids are
that I
gonna
would
tell
try to
you,
concentrate on.
South Coast. You know these kids are gonna tell you, listen here, old man. I'm gonna get in my Bentley. I'm gonna pull away with this model I have in my car. Right. Talk to my agent, and I'll be at Alabama next year. All right. All this rubbish you're talking about, I don't care. I'm gonna jump in my Bentley because I'm gonna go to Alabama, get more playing time, more money. Right. So these kids are gonna leave. E Brown. You
Well,
gotta.
that's
What you're talking about is trying to save this season that is a goner. It's
that's
like you're winning games for nothing.
well,
It's
that's
a
the thing.
nothing.
That's
You're
the
going to go to
thing.
the Pop Tarts Bowl this year. You're going to play against another Iowa State and get blown out by Iowa State in the Pop Tarts Bowl. You know, you're not protecting the future. You're protecting now. You're trying to protect a guy that's going to be here for 1 year in Beck that has no loyalty to his program. Enough, E Brown. We have to stop this foolishness. We
No,
have to
it's
stop.
not. It's not just concentrated on Beck. What we're concentrated on is what we don't want to put the image out there that when we bring you in as one of those prominent quarterbacks, that if things go bad, that we're just gonna put you on the sideline and ruin your opportunity to go further. We don't want that out there. You don't want to put that out there. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, then what do you do?
what you gotta
I mean,
you gotta try to keep this team together and keep them playing and keep them focused on winning more football games. How you do it? Hey, listen, this is going to be a collective effort from everybody. I don't know
mhm,
how you're going to
yeah,
get it done though.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
how you're going to do it. I
yeah.
mean, listen, we're going to get browbeat in the national media. Our
Hmm.
fans are going to jump ship on us.
Oh yeah.
So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to sit back and just wallow in the losses, or are we going to coach up the football team the way we should have been doing in order to prevent us from being in the position in the first place? What are we going to do? I mean,
You seem to be
you've got.
worried about optics. I don't think optics are the problem. I think if a person is elite enough and he wants to come to the school, it doesn't matter if we bench him or not. It doesn't matter if we put 4 million on the bench. It really doesn't. Like the optics are bullshit. He's already thrown 5 interceptions in one game. The optics are done.
Well,
He's not going to the
that's
NFL.
that's that's an old school mentality. I listen. I'm from old school. That's an old school mentality. But these kids nowadays with the cell phones, the computers, they're worried about optics. Believe it or not, they're worried about optics. If the optics don't go into their favor based on with social media, they don't want to be a part of it. Why do you think those kids left Clemson? Why do you think those kids are leaving some of those losing programs and then associating themselves with the University of Miami because of optics? So optics does play a factor now. In the old days, yeah, it should have played. It just played a part in it. But now you got to be a head coach, not only a head coach of a football team, but you got to be a psychiatrist, you got to be a babysitter, you got to be a nurse, you got to be a doctor, you got to wear a bunch of hats. That's why I say give a man a little credit for some of the hats. Hey, it's not easy in today's with today's these young kids today. It's not easy.
Man, Indiana coach makes it look easy. I don't know what you're talking
Listen,
about. Indiana coach is making it look real easy, Ebron.
he's winning. He's winning with a with a experienced based football team with players who are hungry and they want to play to try to win something.
You
Our
mean he has
guys
a
are.
scheme?
I, I'm sorry. Say it again.
He's got a scheme, a
Yes.
proper scheme that fits his
And
Yeah.
players.
and he's using the right tools in his toolbox to get the job done.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's why. That's
he's
why I
a
say,
real
hey,
coach.
listen. Hey, listen. I don't know. I don't know how we can get that guy from USF to leave USF and come here and be our offensive coordinator.
I like
But
Golish.
something needs to be
Yeah,
done.
I ain't hating on Golish. I'm with you on that.
yeah.
Okay.
I like
We need
Golish.
to just like how the FSU guy got the coach from UCF to leave and come there to be an offensive coordinator. We need to be on the telephone right now telling that guy, hey, listen, you come here,
We
you
don't
be
want Gus
offensive
Malzahn.
coordinator, you
We
come here
don't
and be
want Gus
offensive
Malzahn.
coordinator for a year or two, and then
No,
eventually you could be our head coach. I
please no.
guarantee he'll come here.
Please no.
No, you talking about wait a minute, you're talking about the offensive coordinator from Florida State.
No, the offensive coordinator for USF. I mean, the head coach of USF. Bring
Oh,
him here as
Oh,
the offensive
oh,
oh,
okay,
coordinator.
I,
okay,
I'm about to
okay,
say,
God,
I'm about to say,
okay.
wait a minute. Florida State's got like what 2-6 or some crap
No,
like
I don't. I
that.
don't want to go Gus Mahon. What is his name? Gus Mahon. I
Malzahn,
don't want
Malzahn.
Malzahn.
Malzahn. I don't want Gus
Yeah,
Malzahn. Gus Malzahn. No, I'm talking about the guy from USF.
Golish.
Convince him. Convince him to come to the University of Miami and be our
Yeah,
offensive
offensive
coordinator.
coordinator.
Ebron, you talking like one of those people you talk about on Coach Hayes shows. You're one of those football geeks on the
You asked
Ebron.
me.
He's getting a
You
head
asked me the
coaching.
question. You asked me the question. You said,
But
"Hey,
let's
Ebron,
be
what would you
realistic,
do?"
Ebron. That guy's going to be the head coach of LSU, Florida, Penn State, or Virginia
No,
Tech.
he's not. No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's
They're not.
getting a head coaching job. He's not going to get no damn offensive coordinator job. That guy's he's next in line. He's the
He's
top.
not.
He's one of the
He's
top
not going
coaches
to
in the
Penn
nation.
State. He's not going to LSU, and he's not going to Florida State.
I'm
And
willing
he's
to
And he's
take.
definitely not
definitely
going
not
to
going to
Florida
Florida
Gators.
Gators.
He's
He's
not.
not.
All right.
That's wild.
Okay. Well, again, everybody is entitled to their opinion. I just honestly though, right now, I mean, you gotta let Penn State, Florida, and LSU fill their vacancies. Okay, because let's be honest, you
Those
know,
coaches have already been selected, South Coast.
I hope
They
so, but
already
I'm
have
just,
their eye on the prize already. They
I,
already
I
have it.
but
They already have the coach in mind who they want in
so
their eyesight.
there's no telling. But I'm just saying, as of right now, we stuck like Chuck with Mario for another 6 years. You might as well just get used to it.
Bring in Golich or Gosich or whatever his
You
name.
don't
Let's
have
go get it
60
now.
million to do it unless Penn
Let's go
State
get
takes
it.
them off our hands. If
Right.
Penn State goes and grabs them, awesome, dope. Let's go get Golish. But we don't have the 60 mil to go get him.
Yeah, because you got to realize Penn State already has to pay what's his face, what, 50 million?
Yep.
Franklin, they
You
got to
know,
pay Franklin.
Brian
Brian
Kelly,
Kelly.
Could Virginia
you
Tech
know,
take him?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
UCLA would be perfect for him.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
UCLA.
And then
And then
LSU,
LSU.
well,
Well,
us taxpayers have to pay the 50 something $1 million for Brian Kelly. Okay. And then Florida, I don't know what little Billy had left on his. So you got to pay all that and then try to get whatever. But
Hey,
I mean,
those bull gators in Gainesville do not want. They're not going to settle for anybody less than Lane Kiffin.
teams say that every time they try to get a new coach.
They're not gonna settle for
They
anybody less than Lane
mhm.
Kiffin. I guarantee
they're
you.
they're waiting on the second coming of Steve Spurrier and Urban. That's what they waiting on. That's all they waiting on. But anyway, anyway, this has been very, very much fun. I really enjoyed this conversation. So, with that being said, man, it's been a long time since we hit that 3 hour mark. So,
Hey, that's because Cuban has been
Cuban has
on
been on
here
here
vacillating,
vacillating,
oh,
pontificating,
pontificating,
and
and
bloviating.
bloviating.
My
My
man.
fascinating.
man.
Ebron, don't do it, Ebron. Don't. You already see people already turning coat already. You got Daryl Page wanted to be like Cuban. My thing is just, man, just keep it real, be objective, have discernment, and stop getting led by these people that are being paid by Miami to, give opinions about this sorry coach.
That's your final word.
No, that's not. No, that was my final word to E. Brown.
Well,
No,
okay.
my final word is Mario. Go kick rocks. Go to Penn State. Go to Notre Dame. Go. The Dolphins need you. Go get the hell out of Miami. Go to E. Brown's house. Right. Go somewhere, man. Just leave this program. This is not. This program is so boring, right? You don't have respect for this program. Not you're allowing DJ Khaled on the field, but you don't allow Willis McGahee on the field. You're very disrespectful. You're one of those. You're like those dogs that barks a lot but has no bite. Like, stop trying to be the smartest man in the room. If you have any chance of this program, you need to adopt what Bobby Bowden did, right? Just go sit on the top of the tower, go show up for recruiting visits, and that's it. But when it comes to coaching, don't say anything. If they ask you for an interview on the sideline, say, hey, man, I don't know nothing about coaching. I'm just letting this on the offensive defense court. I'm just a high paid person with a front row seat.
Hey,
I just
hey,
walk
Cuban.
around. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, those elite guys you were talking about who run the program.
Yep.
Yesterday, Willis
Willis
said that
said that
those are
those
the
are the
guys
guys
who are
who are
preventing him
preventing
from
him
playing
from
on the
putting on the
sideline.
sideline.
No, it's Mario Cristobal.
I'm just telling you what Willis said. It came out of his mouth yesterday.
Yeah, he meant Mario Cristobal. That's what he meant to say, right? But it's just enough of the foolishness, Mario. Like I know Ebron, you're not for this, but it's time to call it right. It's a rebuild, right? It's a rebuild. You need to fire Mirabal. Let Mirabal go roll his soil oaks at another program, right? Let Mirabal do what he has to do elsewhere. Radakovich, whatever your freaking name is, tell Mario, hey, no more homeboys. We're not doing this homeboy thing anymore. All right, no more homeboy things. I don't want this guy at this program anymore. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want him. I said 12, South Coast got on me because he said, prediction. I said 12-0. There's no, you're paying a quarterback $3 million more than you paid Cam Ward. I'm still sticking to 12-0 because, I was told this is the greatest team on the face of this earth, right? And now it looks completely opposite. You look like a professional team, and now you look like a complete joke. You I don't know what you guys are doing at this program, man. I don't know what this. You have all these GAs, you have all these coaches, and it looks worse. This is why I keep saying Manny is better because all these other coaches had less resources. You have all the resources known to man, and you still look miserable and average. But outside of that, don't listen to me. Don't listen to South Coast. Don't listen to nobody. Listen to your ears and watch your freaking eyes and have discernments and make your own decisions. Don't let other people influence what you really are watching. And with that, Ezekiel Brown, I am done pontificating.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Brown, here's your chance to vacillate.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna say this. I listen. The season for me, when it comes to competing for a championship, either conference or national, I think that that's over with. I think that what we need to concentrate on now is what it's is. I'm going to adopt some of the principles that Cuban espoused a couple hours ago. Is that we need to concentrate on winning still, keeping the football team together, so that we could build something, build upon what we've gotten so far. And listen, all I gotta say is good luck next year, everybody, because I'm putting my University of Miami flags and everything else up in the closet right now, and I'm gonna wait until August of next year.
No, I got to stop here, Ebron. The program is bigger than Mario, man. You can't do that. That's something you cannot do, man. We're bigger than the program. You cannot do that, man. You can't do that. It's bigger than these sorry ass coaches. I don't care who the coach is. I don't care if the Satan himself is a coach of this damn program, right? We cannot let the bad influences, the negative environment take away our fanship and our love for this program. Because me and South Coast and Big Groove, we've gotten the worst, right? Like you guys should go root for another program, right? Because we're being objectives, right? And we've been through the shitter, Ebron. You cannot do that. You gotta keep rocking your Canes gear everywhere you go.
All right, I'll go in the closet and take everything down. I'll take the mothballs off and take everything out and go for it again. Your soliloquy worked, and I'm finished.
All right, Alpaca.
I said it earlier. There is a place in hotel rooms where there is a chair. And that chair is specifically so the husband can watch his wife get screwed by another guy. We are with Mario Cristobal for 6 more years. We're going to sit in that chair and watch Mario fuck this program for 6 more years. That's all I got to say.
Man, oh man, listen, man, I gotta give you a standing O for that one. That's a good one.
It is what it is.
It is. I mean, no matter how you slice it, dice it, saute it, or bake it, bruh, that's what's gonna happen. Because I can guarantee you right now, there's nobody lining up trying to headhunt Mario for Miami. No, I don't think so. But yeah, as far as me, first off, thanks to everybody who was here tonight. Always appreciate fine folks like Alpaca, Mr. Brown, Cuban. Uh, Rent Free came on for a little while. Bryce came on for a little while. Lakers all day. And of course, always a pleasure having Shad around because I know he's busy. Appreciate you taking time out to join us. Um, Also, like I said earlier, I appreciate all the kind words that y'all are giving to me and the channel about, well, you say you're right, you're right. Again, I know Cuban said it about 10 times, but it's not about being right or wrong or we told you so. Even though in my little monologue, I had to kind of punch back a little bit because sometimes that stuff just messes with you. But again, it's not about right, wrong, what we said, what we didn't say. It's not about what we say. But the one thing that we do preach here is like Cuban said, discernment. Be discerning. You got to be careful. And no, I'm not going to say that, but you know, there are a lot of good people out there with a lot of good information. Sometimes you have to dig for it. You know, you got to dig for it, but it's there. But don't don't be like the lambs to the slaughter. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm pretty sure Miss Katie loves being right. I'm pretty sure. But and again, I'm not. I mean, I'm glad people are starting to see through the fog and see exactly what's going on with this program. But in the same breath, I'm kind of distraught because I was hoping we were wrong and that it was just a little hiccup. But it's not. It's not a hiccup. It is what it is. No pun intended. This is what it's going to be. Oh, I had a doubt about this game. I had a concern about this game, and I still have a doubt and a concern about Virginia Tech and Pittsburgh. Maybe not so much Virginia Tech, but then you got North Carolina State and then Syracuse. Who knows what the state of the mind is going to be of this team? I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, I know we only have 2 losses, and we should be happy that Miami is 6-2. We're 6-2. But with those 2 losses comes no ACC championship game and no playoffs because they are going to drop us like a bad habit or girl with reputation. They're going to drop us hard. Oh, yeah. Hopefully we get a decent bowl game. Pretty sure we'll see some second string, third string players because a lot of people will probably be heading out. But I really hope, and I know it's not going to happen because why would things change now? They haven't changed in 3 years, or 2.5 seasons, excuse me. But I would hope.
Sorry, breaking news, South Coast. Here are the projections for Miami: Pop Tops Bowl, Holiday Bowl, Sun Bowl, Duke's Mayor, Gator Bowl, Fenway
Oh,
Bowl, Military Bowl, Pinstripe, Gasparilla Bowl. Back
so
on
Also,
mute.
basically,
please give Mario the Duke Bowl so we can watch him get mayonnaised. That would be awesome. He deserves to get mayonnaised. Win that game for us, boys. Let's see him get mayonnaised.
so basically, there's the it's wide open. There's possibilities abound. But no, but I would hope that the coaching staff and the 35 analysts, the 5 or 6 game managers, whoever is part of the coaching staff, I would hope that they come together and say, all right, here's what we've been doing. How do we fix it? How do we win you know what I'm saying? How do we right this ship? But I don't think they see. I don't think Mario sees anything wrong. Okay, Dawson in his press conference the other day. It is what it is. They're not executing. We have to execute. You know, how do you want us to run outside? I don't know, dumbass. You're the OC. I mean, you see what I'm getting at? It's like this egotistical, we are who we are. That's why we're the coaches. We are Miami, and we're just going to go out there with the game plan, run it up the middle because we can out talent everybody. Because Mirabal has produced this world class first round draft talent offensive line, you know? But I will say this. Though. Talking about positives, Shad, talking about positives. I really like what Heatherman's doing with this defense. I think the defense has been a much improved team unit since last year. Has not been perfect. But, I don't think this defense has given up more than 20, 23 points. I mean, I know the overtime loss was 26, but I mean, it's been under 30. And that's just in the two losses. But I think if Heatherman's allowed to do what he does, and he'll be okay. But I don't really see a change. I don't see a change. Oh, I hope this little quarterback, this quarterback that's coming in allegedly next year as a freshman, is it Coleman?
Deron Coleman.
Yes, Deron Coleman. Thank you, Alpaca. Maybe he's the versatile quarterback we're looking for. I saw where he was. I saw a video where he was training with Cam. Oh, nothing against Judd or Emery or anybody, but maybe that would be the Cam Moore 2.0 we're looking for. I don't know, but I will say this: if Mario, in his infinite wisdom, Mario and wisdom in the same sentence. Oh, almost, I almost pulled that off with the straight face, but I just couldn't do it. I'm sorry. But nah, if Mario goes out and gets another transfer portal quarterback to start next season, you can kiss them three guys goodbye. I can tell you that right now because that's three in a row. Oh, but again, that's why he gets paid the big bucks to make interesting decisions, I guess. But anyway,
Hey, not to interrupt your closeout. I've already heard that they are entertaining that quarterback from NC State.
well,
Great.
and again, you know, I'll ask a question. I'm not looking for answers, but something to think about. Who was the last successful quarterback that Miami has developed?
Ken Dorsey.
Yeah, but and it's I agree with Cuban. I do. It's time. Honestly, it's time for them to look in the mirror. It's been 2.5 seasons and nothing has changed. Um, and they got to think about next year and the year after. Are they going to build something? Or are they just going to keep throwing spackling on the wall? I don't know. But anyway.
Hold on, one more thing. With this loss, Mario has lost this program potential $100 to $150 million this year, and TV revenue, conference revenue, advertisement, and bowl games. Because even if you would have won 11-1, you would have hosted a home game in Miami. The second round would have been at the Orange Bowl. Third round, if you would have kept going to the national championship, you would have won. You would have had another home game in Miami. Mario has cost this program over $150 million with these 2 losses.
Well, the problem is nobody wants to execute on the team. That's the problem. Only at Miami, people. Only at Miami. But anyway, look, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But I do it. I really do appreciate our conversations. Uh Appreciate everybody stopping by. I tried to keep up with the chat, but it's a bitch getting old. And I'm not gonna even try to go through all the names who were here on the chat. Did I thank Bryce? I think I forgot to thank Bryce for coming on. But if I left somebody out, don't be upset. It's been a lot of stuff, been a long day. Oh, but I'm kind of disappointed in a way that I was kind of hoping Ike and Israel would have had a post game show, but it is what it is. But y'all go check out their stuff. That's good stuff. They think like us. But you know, it is what it is. Peace, love, and soul. Let's go, Canes. Hopefully they can come back and beat Syracuse. But we'll see. Thank y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.